The Avengers.
That's
I
so
don't want.
fucking shitty, man. Oh
I was loading
my
in and I loaded in and
god.
that shit said error, whatever that shit is.
Mm, mm, mm,
Maybe the AI
mm.
will do something. I don't know. Mm.
We got shitted on back to back.
Oh
We
Boy, that
missed the
just went right
ball.
through me.
Ay, 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 ay.
That really just went right through me. Oh no.
This game don't even mean nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know.
And we got this
I think
pure
we're done after this one.
sharpshooter who could just shoot in somebody's face. Mm.
Uh,
Oh shit. Should we switch? Can we switch it or we
Cause I
can't?
forgot I'm not
can
guarding
we
the
switch it?
strip. I
Can we
leaked
switch it?
out cause I forgot.
I'll switch
Can you
it.
switch that? Can you switch the AI?
Mm-hmm.
On the post score so you can get
Yeah.
destroyed too?
I was wide. Switch or not?
Don't switch. Just keep it how it is.
Hmm.
Mm.
I just cannot believe this.
We're opened over. Oh fuck.
What the fuck?
What in the crap did I just see?
These two, the Brotherhood.
What are you
Mm,
doing,
Open the
man?
door.
you sound tired. Go to. I'm not tired. I'm very wide awake. I'm tired of what. Tired of this game. We lost for a turnover. Lost to a turnover, and that shit sort of pissed me off. But Brendan, we just played these guys and we lost by 4 points. But we're down by 2. We got a
Right.
turnover with like 2 seconds left, and they scored. We lost by 4. And now we played these guys again. It kicked the Avengers out. So we will lose this game because the centers are going to eat.
No, we won't. We're not losing this. Mm-mm.
It's
Yes,
the
this is. What is
sit,
this?
CPUs can guard these centers, and I can
We're
I can
not
guard
losing.
them.
Huh?
We're
What
not
is this?
losing.
Where's
Come
this,
on.
Danny?
Come on.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, he missed. All the way through. Damn.
Why
Oh,
is
weird
Avengers
shit.
CPU
Wow.
getting feet like Shaq? I don't know. I don't know. Bad. Not bad. Not even good. The hell is that? God fucking damn it.
Funny.
It's fucking rebound. Where you at?
What the fuck?
Oh well, all the way.
Damn. This is the largest lead we ever had on this team.
shit's garbage, bro. We should never lost the first game.
What happened? Can't do. We can't. Hang our heads out.
Damn it!
Wow.
Just give it to me and I'll fucking dunk on everybody.
He helped. Oh my goodness. Was it a 2K turnover or a bet? Avengers tried to pass it to JJ. It didn't go to JJ. So I don't know what you call that. You know how passing is garbage on this game,
Oh
Brandon.
shit.
Watch out, bro.
I blocked
out,
it without
bro.
pressing anything. Splash. Oh. Oh
Why is he trying to dunk on
no.
everybody?
Shoot the three.
Okay.
What? Roll.
I saw a total of 3 3-point
Bro, watch out.
opportunities down the drain. What the
I had 2 seconds left. 2 seconds left.
Alright, yes, you're right.
I can't see the TV, I'm sorry.
Please don't fuck up.
I'm not talking to you, fuckhead.
Oh god, bruh.
Backing out.
Bro, watch out, nigga! It's just fucking weird.
Chris, at the end of this quarter, when the second quarter starts, switch me in Avengers then. Because clearly this shit is not working out then.
Yeah, I rather start losing with 2s and 3s, dog. Fuck all that other shit.
What do you do right now?
It didn't occur to me that the CPU was just too stupid and was going to help every time. Just leave his
I
guy
just
open.
switched you guys.
Oh, good thing he passed up. Fuck. Alright, we had a good quarter. I'm gonna hurry up. We're up.
Oh, cause good defense.
Great D.
Where's the CPU? God damn it!
Just on the put around, Chris. You looking up a William?
Oh no.
Somebody cut? Or are we just standing?
Why is my shooting defender in the fucking paint? Curry plus 44 is 29. The fuck? What? We took that three.
Why was this fucking meter so bad? I don't want to play this.
Hey. We should switch on that, JJ.
No.
This mayonnaise is a terrible stat.
Oh, come on.
Sorry.
Who? Warren Duffy?
What? How did it make me foul? I just hit O2. Damn. Oh shit.
It was supposed to be a pump fake, so the bar only filled up halfway. Now shooting 2 for 4, and yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. I don't get it.
Me either.
we just basically just got 2 people in the paint now. And one of them has no legit badges for scoring in the paint. Wait, no, I lied. He has posterizer.
I got screen, and we're just touching our dicks.
That's what we just are doing. Back me down. You can't bet me down. You can't back me down. The police trying to pat me down. Yeah, arrest me. Yeah. My flow is crazy. Elastic. We wrap it paper or plastic. I ain't with my chillin'. You can get your arrested.
Boy,
What?
you got up there.
91 vertical.
Should be 95.
I ain't got 95 vertical. I have a 91. It's completely maxed out too. Can't get any higher.
Yeah.
Wheels open. And then the center's just right there, just clogging Will's lane. Good shit,
Right.
JJ.
Mm.
This shit weak, bro.
Probably trying to pat me down. Yeah.
Good beat.
Hmm?
How do I get a defensive breakdown? Oh,
T-ball. Yeah, this is definitely my last one.
Why not? I meant why.
Why not?
I
I'm
swear
tired.
to God, man. I ain't really mean to say why not. I meant to say just why.
I'm tired. It's 1 in the morning. And plus, all I needed was 4,000 VC to get to a 90. I got over that now.
You're not a 90 yet?
No, I'm a 90 after this game. Damn.
Yeah, I don't know. This game is just.
It's probably because you got 2 steals. How are we winning? I don't get this shit. I really don't.
I don't know either. Sing, back me down. You can back me down.
Who cares? Like, okay.
He's doing the momentum cheese. A 2K17 cheese on 2K18.
Yet to be fixed. 5 patches in.
Okay. Actually, that cheese has been here since 2K15. Yet to be fixed.
5 pa-
That's nobody's fault.
I mean, like, this is ridiculous. Avengers.
He's on my stream. He can hear you. Whatever.
I'm here. Right. Uh,
Oh no, oh no, oh no. Alright, I got him. And I got stuck. And he's stuck up.
can't pass that far. Oh, I love you too.
What the hell up,
Hard
bro?
part. Boy, you sound tired. It's time for you to take a nap.
I am literally wide awake. I am not tired at all whatsoever. I am just very frustrated and wasted.
Green. How? I don't know. Was that a 3? Yep.
We just should not have lost last game. And this CPU is really kind of pissing me off offensively. Just
Oh,
killing for facing.
But we're winning. And I'm happy that we're winning.
I'm all happy.
Nigga.
I wasn't trying to do that. I was trying to do a left-handed dunk.
I know, but it just caught me off guard.
Yep, just in my eyes.
Cause you know, stretch big are Steph Curry's. You know that, right?
So I've been knew that. You know, a pure stretch
I
big
mean,
is a
like,
99 three-pointer. Because, you know,
I
Dirk
mean, like,
just had it like that.
I mean, like, hey, Dirk wasn't even a pure stretch. He
Love,
had post on.
my boy Dirk and Kevin Love just had it like that.
Will thinks he has it like that.
that was a good shot. Can't say anything about that.
Oh shit! I thought that was my nigga. What the fuck am I doing?
Oh my.
Right side. Never mind. Oh, so he's on me now. They switched
Forced,
the match, so they got the point guard guarding me now.
I gotta forcibly go up on these two niggas because my shooting defender is on the block, bro. I don't understand.
Mm.
He just did. Okay.
He's shooting like shit though, so that's a good thing. Um, hold on, I'm trying to get out your way. All right,
Get
good
that.
pass, great pass.
I'm getting stuck behind this. Oh, wow. Mm. Oh,
Oh.
Yeah. All right, let me get this. Oh shit, you're open. There you
thank
go.
you. Oh, come on. Good open. What else am I supposed to do?
No, there you go. Right side.
One more, one more.
Cool.
Thank you.
Good shot. Good shit.
Feed Will. Shut the hell up, Brennan.
Give me that.
Good charge.
Brennan, the last
Fuck
game,
that.
this pure stretch 5, he hit 3 out of 5 3-pointers. All 3 of them were smothered. Yeah.
Hold on, Cuddy. Cuddy.
Oh, I
Oh,
should have.
sorry.
Oh, good take. Oh
Still for it.
my
Let's go.
goodness gracious.
Payback is sweet, boys. Chris has done a hell of a job guarding that point guard.
Appreciate it. I mean, yeah, I learned after last game.
Look
But see,
at
shit like
this
that, I just can't do
dickhead.
anything about that. I just can't do anything about that.
Full on doing the 2K17 cheese on 2K18. Like, man, what the fuck?
There you go.
I
Oh,
should
keep that.
shoot.
Thank you. Come on. Okay, good, good, good. Oh no. Come on. It works. Ooh.
Maul just got online.
Team's on too. But yeah, I think your
Tuh.
party limit is.
Thank God. Actually, it isn't because Avengers just left. That will be fixed very soon. Oh!
Oh. What? Who's Is that my fault?
No. It was nobody's fault. That's Chico's fault.
No. I'm here. Wow. Come on. Are you too far? But I'll get it you. And one. Oh, good move. Let's get it. Yeah, that point guard is doing shitty this game. 5 for 17, 6 turnovers. Not now. No. Oh, hell yeah.
He got the ball.
Weird. He was so much faster than Avengers. Good D. No way. What? Here. Oh no. Oh, good. Oh, please get that. Oh,
We just
they're just killing us with
rebounding.
boards. That's not even that big of a difference, but they just got a lot more offensive rebounds. Ooh. Oh, you got four? Yeah. Oh, I didn't move. Alright. No. Shit, Avengers. Why am I saying good shit Avengers? She's not even here. Oh no. Yeah, this game. Mhm. There you go. Ooh. Oh, you will. Oh, you. Oh, hell no. Oh, damn. Oh, all the way.
What? What? No.
Oh no. Damn.
Takes years of specialized training. Scratch that. It takes a lifetime of specialized training.
Good shit. Damn, good game, Nathaniel. That was like Nathaniel, that was like a low key 25.
hmm I got most of my fast breaks. It's not impressive to me.
I like fast breaks.
All right, I'm out of here.
Wait
Alright,
until we're in the
later.
team arena.
Hmm. We smoking woods, nigga.
Wait till we're in the
Oh,
team arena.
Matinho? I didn't know you got here. I didn't know you were here, man. Yo, alright, guys. My
Hmm? Dude, I'm tired. I was planning to go off after this game. Freaking late. 20. Why'd you get on so late? Yes.
Chris,
What's up, Nathaniel?
did the jersey number change for you?
Oh, it did. Yeah, the number's a little smaller.
No, are they too small, or is this just fine?
A little too small, but it's better. Cause I don't know, especially on the black jerseys when it was black and white, the white number just looked like really really big. What's up? Yeah, you think I don't know that? And you know Bugatti had a, I mean, you know Koenigsegg had a bad run too, right? You fo Team, do you follow Engineering Explained? Watch his video on the comparison between Koenigsegg and Bugatti. Koenigsegg had wheel spin up until third gear because of weather conditions. Because of weather conditions.
What are you talk? Who's Bubba the Boss? I don't know who you are. Do you have a PS4?
Do you say something? Are you talking to me, Nathaniel?
No, I'm talking to this dude on my stream. He's messaging me saying that he wants to try out. I mean, if you have a PS4, send me a friend request, and we'll see if you could try out for the stream.
What spot are you trying out for?
I have no idea what spot he's trying out for. It doesn't matter. We need whatever. We need whatever we can get. You're all, you're still on the roster, but you will not step foot on the court until you stop lagging.
That's what you said the game before you were lagging. Yes, that's.
Center, rebounder, slasher.
Oh, you need one of those.
Mm, what's your gamer tag so I can send you a friend request? Because you're probably going to try out tomorrow when the squad is still online. Everybody got off right now, but
What's
drop your friend
overall?
request. I'll add you, and we can try out tomorrow. But more towards tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow night. We don't run in the morning.
What's his overall on like badges and all that?
I mean, he could
Or you
hear
could
you.
probably see when
He
you
could
add
hear
him.
you, Chris. So
Oh, what's his name?
Bubba the Boss, 030.
Okay, I'm not gonna call him Bubba. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, Nathaniel. I don't really like playing with JJ, and neither does Will.
I mean,
Just
not that many people do like playing with JJ. Some
like I'm not trying to be selfish in my point, but like I don't get any touches on the half court setting. Yes, I take up the ball, but I literally just pass it up to the dude that's 17 to stop. Just wait. I pass it
JJ
up
the
to
best
whoever's in
player
front
on
of
that
me.
team. Shut up, Brennan.
You think so, just because he gets the most touches and he gets to shoot whatever he wants.
No, that's what
Literally, if
Brennan
I take
said.
it, I know, I heard, I could tell you were reading. But for example, if I were to shoot the ball and I took a bad shot, I say, "Oh, my bad." JJ's gonna come up when they inbound the ball. Someone's gonna pass it to J. JJ's gonna take up the ball, do whatever he wants. You take a bad shot. Oh my God, I was trying to pull up. That's cool. Same thing over and over again. Don't get me wrong, like he has a good build and he has a good player. He's just, I don't like the type of person he is. He's very selfish. And that kind of translates to you guys when we play. When we're in the half court setting, you guys only look for JJ or Avengers or maybe even Will. Like I've never, Nathaniel, not to point you out, but I've never heard you say, "Oh, all right, where's Chris?"
That is
Like you'll
true,
be like,
because
"All
I
right, where's
literally
Will?"
don't know where you are. When I get the first of all, to be honest, I rarely get the ball. Period. I don't really care when I
Really?
get the ball, but I rarely get the ball. So I don't have enough time to actually
Oh.
sit there and be like, okay, where the hell is everybody? You know, when I get the ball, I'll stop if I'm at the mid range or the 3 point line because I'm waiting to see where the hell everybody is. Generally, I literally do not ever see you. Within the 2 seconds I have the ball, I don't see you. Dead ass. Usually I see Will, Avengers, or JJ. So I just take whatever the best pass is to one of them three. I swear to God, I literally do not see you. If I did see you, I would try to pass to you. The only time I ever see you is on a fast break. And by the time I see you wide open, I'm already in the middle of a layup or the middle of a pass to JJ.
I mean, I guess I just feel like I'm not even looked at on the offensive side,
Now
like at
everybody,
all. I'm there to just do a move and then
uh,
pass it to the dude in front of me, and that's it.
Avengers, Avengers and J Avengers and JJ. There's a reason why. I mean JJ, he sometimes he might have some tunnel vision, but generally it's because they're so used to playing with Brendan. And Brendan, he that's how their offenses run pretty much. Brendan brings up the ball, he passes it, and he fades in the shadows. They're supposed to operate.
I mean,
That's literally
I
how
get that. I'm not
he's.
I'm not saying it in like a selfish way, but I'm not even playing with my full potential to the team. Like I have a scoring build, and I'm getting like 8 points and 10 assists a game
I know they're
off
not
of
they're
like
not used
six
to.
off of six off of 6 shot attempts.
They're not. They're not necessarily used to having a scoring point guard. Like Brendan can score nonetheless. He's not a bum. He can score, but he's not a demanding scorer. That's literally how they've run. They've run this for like what 3 years. No, no, yeah. 2K. I don't know if they play Prom in 2K15, but 2K16, 2K17. That's how they literally ran with Brendan. They are so used to a point guard only bringing up the ball and passing it and getting out the way. It's gonna
I
take
mean,
a
I
while
get
for them to
that,
get used to you.
but that's such a limited offense. Like, don't get me wrong. Like in walk on, I average like 13 points a game, and I love walk on. Like I'm not trying to say like, oh, I should be averaging more points and all that. Like I get more shots and like I can score more. I offer more to the team. Whenever I'm with you guys, I get like you guys play with Brendan and all, but you just said Brendan's what, a pure playmaker?
Yeah.
Like
I
my
mean,
primary build is a shot creator. Like you even said, that
they
should be the most overpowered offensive
yeah
build,
they
and that's
under
my primary build.
they know that you're a pure shot creator, but once you've played what a point guard that is not a demanding scorer for so long, it's just not going to be your first instinct to pass back to the point guard. Like I know you be open and JJ take a certain shot or they might pass to the wheel and stuff. I mean, they do the same thing with Brendan. It's like it's almost in their DNA. It's their first instinct to just be like, okay, well, I'm a scorer. If we have a point guard, but he's just supposed to bring it up. I'm supposed to operate. It's that's their first instinct.
I
That's just
get
how they
that,
were.
but I
I mean,
mean that
it could.
that
It's just
equates
a.
somehow.
It's just a hard transition. I mean, like in the NBA, once you've been on the team so long, you know all the plays. You know how your whole team runs. If you get traded to another team, you got to learn how everybody runs again. You might be playing a totally different basketball game than them because you're so used to certain shit.
I mean, I guess I just want that to change because, like, remember that one time I was complaining, like, bro, I'm not like, what does it take for me to get the ball? First time I got the ball when Will passed it to me, I scored. The very next time, I drove and I kicked it to Avengers. Like, I like that's my point. If that can just happen throughout the whole game, our offense can flow more. We don't have to rely on JJ to hold the ball for like 15 seconds, and if he gets stuck, pass it to Avengers or pass it to you or pass it to Will. Like JJ, don't get me wrong, JJ can get assists sometimes. But a certain games he'll get more assists than me because he has the ball more than me. Not like that's a problem, but it's like if JJ's supposed to be the scorer, right? Shouldn't he only be
Hmm.
focused on scoring? But it's like he has the ball more than the point guard, and he's making plays more than the point guard because he's so out of the offense. Like I said, like if Avengers passing me the ball, he'll pass me the ball. But you guys like leaking out, which is a good thing. So I'll give you guys the ball up top. Maybe you guys don't get a fast break, then you guys hold it, and but then I'm just out of the offense completely because I've already done my job of passing it to somebody else. Like that's what I've been seeing the past couple games, and that's not even necessarily as much of a problem. I mean, it still occurs, but it's a lot less with Pimp or with Mateen. But it's specifically with JJ that I notice that I'm just completely isolated. That's
I
because
mean,
you guys
well,
rely so much
on
on
top
JJ
of
to
that,
score.
well, my bad to keep you on hold, the team. Go ahead. Yeah, you go ahead. Hmm.
I mean, Nathaniel, tell me, like, I want to hear from a spectator's view. Like, ask Brendan what he thinks. He watches all the games.
Well, Brendan said that Brendan said he doesn't have that problem when JJ's on his team. He said JJ passes him the ball. I watch them play and I've played with them. I see the same thing. He plays the same with everybody. Like JJ's been this way since I've known him. He's always been that guy where he expects you to give him the ball and he thinks that he is the most dominant scorer. So he really believes that he's supposed to operate and everybody get the hell out of his way. He thinks that
Right,
if he
and that's
passes you
not,
the ball,
and
that's he thinks he should pass you the ball if he can't score yet. All his options of scoring is blocked off, then you get the ball. And I
right, and
mean,
Nathaniel, is that somebody good to have on a pro-am team that you want to get wins with? Like I said,
hey,
he can score. He's a good scorer, but he doesn't have a good mindset. You know, like
I feel it's like this. Honestly, he has his good and his bad. He might miss a lot of passes, but like you said, he can score and he can score well. So
it's
it's
not even he
more.
misses his passes, Nathaniel. It's not okay. He misses a couple passes. He doesn't look to pass. That's not in his skill set to pass. He'll pass it when he has to, or if it's like a fast break, or like if he's guarded in the corners open.
Yes, I know. We've always knew. Believe it or not, he's actually he's not as bad as he was in 2K16. 2K16 was really bad. Like 2K16 was pretty fucking bad, and he was a better scorer on 2K16. 2K16 it was a better score, and passing was not in his repertoire at all whatsoever. That was a really bad JJ, but he scored though. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, I understand what y'all saying, but I don't I can't give y'all a legitimate answer only because I've been where y'all have been. Like playing with J when y'all first start playing with JJ, you get frustrated as fuck. Like, man, pass the ball, I'm open and this and that. I'm so used to playing with niggas and not getting the ball, I just don't give a fuck no more. So I really cannot give y'all a certified answer though. I just don't give a fuck
And
anymore.
and I get that, Nathaniel. Like, keep in mind, 2K17, I had went through a similar thing, but I didn't have as much of a problem because I was just a playmaker. All I was a playmaker. So it's like, all right, that's my first thing. But I saw that one of the best point guard builds was a playmaking shot creator, and his main thing is scoring, especially off the dribble or whatever the case may be. And if you blow by your guy and you pass me the ball, I'm gonna be open for three. If my man comes to close out, I can blow right by him, pull up. Like, I can score very easily. I don't have to have the ball in my hand to score. Like, I can score off the dribble, but that doesn't even happen.
All I
And
can
if I do
say.
get the,
What? Go
Mhm.
ahead.
I was gonna say, and if I do bring up the ball for every reason, and I feel like I can score, I know that there's always a better option, which is why I give up the ball. I rarely, like right now, at least, like as I've been playing with you guys, I rarely stop and try to do a dribble move and get by my guy. Because I've noticed that if I give up the ball, you guys can just blow by your guy really easily and you guys can make plays for others. But then once that happens, I'm just completely gone. Which is like, again, I'm just saying this because I feel like I can offer a lot more to the team and I'm just restricted. Like I said, I get like 6 shot attempts a game. And it's not just about shot attempts, but it's like that's all I that's all I'm doing for you guys. It's just, okay, I'll pass the ball. Like anybody, to be honest, anybody can replace me. That's why I don't seem so valuable because anybody can do what I do. It's not really that hard. I average like what, 10 points, 10 assists. Like if you just look to pass first, then you're already going to get the assists, and then they're going to have to pass to you at least once or twice a quarter
I
where you
understand
can
what Chris
score,
is
and
trying to
that's what
say, but
offense I'm
he's
running.
not a team. Wait. Brendan said he
In one
understands what you're
quarter,
trying
to
to
be
say.
specifically.
Brendan said he understands what you're trying to say, but he's not on a team that's built for a scoring PG.
But it's not. But okay, I get what you're saying, but it's not even really the team.
Chris,
Like I said,
within
it's
you,
Andy.
gonna be limited. Don't play with him. What the hell?
Chris.
English?
I don't know what the
Avengers?
first part said.
Yeah, Avengers
But
said.
I'm assuming Brendan said the first thing. Like like I said, that's not even really a problem when I play with Pimp or when I play with Mateen and JJ's off the court. Like we still win and I still have fun regardless if I'm not even getting as many shot attempts. It's just that like it's the fact that JJ does not look to pass until Nathaniel said unless he can't score. And that just wastes time off the shot clock and I get
Look, look,
right.
listen,
Exactly. And like I was just telling Nathaniel, he's a great scorer, but that's not somebody you want on a competitive pro-am team.
listen. Here's what I'm gonna say. Me
Mm.
personally, I understand JJ's passing abilities, is shaky at times. But I mean, no. Okay, look. Let me give you an example for Pimp. No offense to Pimp in any way. I love Pimp. That's my homeboy. Pimp is on the team strictly for offensive abilities. I know Pimp will miss everybody on the court and only looks at the rim. I got him on the team because I know if we are all bums, if we are all scared, if we're all bricking, that nigga's going to take the shot no matter what. And he might hit it. That nigga legitly has one of those shots where it's like, man, how the fuck did he make it? He's going to shoot it. I feel as though it's better to have someone like that than to take them off. Everybody gets a little bit more shot attempts, but we're lacking in so much scoring ability now. We get more shot attempts, but our scoring is still lacking. But we're happy
But I'm
morally
a,
because we're
I'm a,
getting
I'm
more
gonna be
shots.
honest, Nathaniel. Like I said, I like Pimp a lot, but I feel like I can do everything that Pimp does. I'm just not in that position because I'm put in as a point guard and I have to play make. But I'm keep in mind, I've never played the shooting guard. If I played the shooting guard and I didn't have to worry about scoring,
Pimp has been
it would
playing
feel
two
like
guard.
Pimp always plays the two. Whenever we play, I'm at the one and Pimp's at the
Yeah.
two, so that's why Pimp takes those shots.
Pimp will never leave my team unless all of a sudden there's a bunch of gods that want to get on my team. Pimp will stay on my team forever. I love him on my team is perfect. That means I always have him in my back pocket. We will never ever be just out of luck. Even when he's shooting 0 for 9, we're never out of luck because he's still going to shoot it. No, he's still going to start shooting. Just shooting and shooting. We need
I
that.
mean, but yeah, like I said, Nathaniel, I've never played the two, so I can't really predict how that would work out. But like, if I'm focused on scoring more than playmaking, I could drop over 20 points a game easy. I just never look for those shots. Like, when have you seen me actually do shot creator shots, like spin moves, step backs, anything like that? I never do that because I feel like there can be a better shot, and that's what I should be thinking as a point guard. But as the two guard, that could be completely different, which maybe I would want to try out because I'm limited to scoring
Actually,
in the point guard position.
hold on. Hold on. Let me make maybe a little bit more clear. Not to knock JJ's scoring ability, but in all honesty, he's only looked as valuable because he's sharp. He has sharpshooting in his ability. He can shoot a three when
Right.
we need it the most. And all so so
Hold on. Just let him
and
finish.
he has sharpshooting in his ability as a guard, not necessarily just as a big man. I mean, we can run between and Avengers, but it's easier. It's a little bit easier to guard a stretch because they're slower. When JJ gets the ball, he can create for himself and shoot a dribble from three. So that's
Right,
that.
like I was saying, JJ has a really good build.
Yeah. So if he wasn't on the team, if he wasn't on the team, right? We're
Mhm.
losing big on offensive capabilities. You get more shot attempts, you might be able to drop your man off. But when it comes down to those big time moments where we really need a serious three pointer, whether it's from deep range, contested, that's where JJ comes in. And when he's not passing you the ball, when he's not passing me the ball, Avengers, Mateen, he's heating up for those big time moments. Such as the game
That's
we just
true.
played that we lost against. Remember, he hit that big time three that got us in the OT. Not everybody can hit that. I mean, if Mateen had all his badges, I wouldn't expect him to hit that. I mean,
That's true.
there's reasons why he's on the team. I understand, bro can have tunnel vision, but it's like you really got to choose. Do you want more points so you can look better, or do you want to just like, okay, fuck it, let's just let this nigga have all the shots he can. Then when it comes down to it, when I give my time, let me just do what I can with what I got. Then we can win. That's how I see it. I just say fuck it.
Yes, but the way I think of it, Nathaniel, if you made his build, or if I made his build, or Mateen made his build, we wouldn't be missing on much. Like, he has a good build, and that makes
You
him
said
play
missing
really
what?
well. If one of us made his build, we
Yeah.
wouldn't be missing out on much
Ah.
because he plays really well because of his build. But
Yeah.
if all of us had his mindset with our natural passing ability, we would only be gaining, is my point. JJ is really good because his archetype is a pure scoring archetype. Primary shot creator, secondary sharpshooting. Like, that's just pure shooting, pure scoring. But if one of us made that build and just naturally passed it the way we can see the court, I feel like we would all do better than
Wait,
JJ.
wait, 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 wait. Hold on. Brennan has been saying stuff. I haven't been looking at the screen. Hold on. He said talking to me with JJ being on. With JJ, you're gonna be limited. Brennan said, "I play with the biggest egos you'll ever meet, Chris. You've got to learn to pick and choose your spots." And then Avenger said he has scored at his core. What the hell is that? Then Brendan said JJ a scorer through and through you, right, Avengers. What? English! Then Brendan said it's all about balance. I know y'all said that me and Chris don't mix, but I'll play with him so he can try that two guard shit.
Dog, I'd be so down to try the two guard, or not even like Nathaniel. Remember that team we just played where the point guard was like the main focus? I'm not saying I
Hmm.
should be the main focus, but he was taking a lot of shots off of screens and off of all of that. And he couldn't score after he got by the pick, like by driving, is my point, unless he just did some really cheesy ass move and he was wide open. But my point is, like, if I got a couple more screens and could get open and pull up or stuff like that. Like, the point I'm trying to say is I could use my guy has a lot of potential and I'm not using him to his full capabilities.
Well, I
Like,
mean,
You know
it
what I mean?
it's just gonna come down to like, J- if JJ don't get what he want, you gonna hear about it. Then it's gonna come down
Right.
to he don't want to play.
And JJ wants everything.
And if JJ don't get what he want, he not gonna want to play. We can be like, okay, that's fine. If he don't play, in all honesty, our chances of winning is pretty slim because that's a big 3-point shooting ability outside the window, and that's very valuable to us. And plus, whether he's playing or not, I mean, we got to find another person who's going to replace him, who can either shoot threes or not. We got to find another person. And honestly, this team was just put together. I ain't got just people that I could just be like, you know what, you want to play? I have a bunch of people on my friends list. I can play with them since like 2K15, so I don't know if they're good or not. So they might get deleted. I mean, it's just a situation at hand. I mean, next play, if you really wanted some more touches, JJ's gonna say something. Y'all gonna argue. Then either one of y'all not gonna want to play no more. That's literally how it's
Right,
gonna be.
no, but you see how crazy that is, Nathaniel? Like I said, I'm getting like 6 shots per game, and if I complain that I just want a couple more touches, that's a problem. Like, is that somebody you want on your team?
But then if JJ say, you know what, all right, if he starts giving you more touches, JJ won't get hot. Then he probably won't be able to get in his rhythm to hit certain shots in our big time moments. Then on
So
top
we
of
need a
that,
volume. So we need a volume shooter to take a lot of shots in order for him to be good.
no,
That's not a valuable person.
JJ's not a pure sharpshooter. He's not one to just be like, okay, I'm just gonna sit here and if I get the ball, I'll hit this three and just be a part of the offense that way. He's just not that type of person. He literally is a Kobe Bryant, a volume shooter. He needs to take a lot of shots to make sure he is hot and in the game. If he does not, he will not be in the game. And honestly, that's not necessarily a bad thing because there's a lot of people like that. Like even Adventure said he's like that. He said, I mean, when he hasn't taken a certain amount of shots, he is thrown off rhythm. Avengers not even the
Uh,
one. Avengers not even the one that he's not even one that takes a lot of shots. He's never been like that.
right. I was about to say, but when Avengers is in rhythm, my bad, Matthew. When Avengers is in rhythm and he takes a lot of shots, he's taking like 12 shots, 10 shots. That's a good game for Avengers. Like Avengers, I never see Avengers take more than 15 shots, and he'll have like over 20 points or whatever the case may be, and that's a good game. But JJ's averaging like 18, 20 shots a game, averaging.
Like that's what he it comes down to this. In this situation at hand, you literally have to choose two routes. You're not gonna like either one. You either gonna have to be like, fuck it, and just literally just not care. You either just gonna have to let him do what he wants or just not play. There's no other way. Because if you're going to want to take more shots, you're going to hear about it. Then you're not going to want to play anyways, and you're going to have a headache. There's no other way
But
around it.
like I said, Nathaniel, I don't want to phrase it as in me taking more shots. I'm just saying I want to be a bigger part of the offense because
You are.
I'm not.
I mean, don't act like you're
No,
not a big part of the offense
Nathaniel.
because you are.
Okay, no, Nathaniel. I want you to have an honest question. After I pass the ball up the court and we don't get a fast break, where else do you see me in the offense?
And we pass over, we don't get a fast break. Like, so, okay. What do you mean, like, bigger part in the offense, though? I don't. I mean,
Like
it
I'm also looked at to score, not just oh let me get it to JJ. Oh I'm stuck where oh I'm gonna just force feed it to Will or
I
whatever the
mean,
case
it
may be.
depends on what people. I
Like
don't understand what people think. I don't understand what people see as like a bigger part of the offense. I feel like literally every person, whether you have 0 points, 100 points, you're doing something offensively. If we're scoring, we're winning. Like if I'm a stretch
right, but
big,
that's like
if I'm a stretch big, right? If I'm getting 0 points the first, second, and third quarter, and we're up at like 20, I'm a big part of the offense because I'm stretching the floor. That's creating
that's
so
true,
much
Nathaniel. But
offensively.
that right, but Nathaniel, my guy will help on some people, and let's say JJ's dribbling, my guy will get stuck on him, but I'm not even looked at offensively because I'm not a part of the offense, is my point. Like the reason why I'm saying that is because not like, oh, I want to try to make my own shots or whatever. Like I'm open. I can score within whatever we're doing right now, but I'm not even looked at to be able to get those opportunities, is my point. Like for the perfect example was like, dude, when I was like, dude, what do I have to do to get the ball? Very next play, Will passed me the ball. First thing I did was I had a wide open lane to the basket. Second play, wide open lane, passed it to Avengers. And that was just 2 plays like back to back. I'm saying that stuff, if that just happened more often, I would be perfectly fine. I'm not saying I have to take more shots. I'm not saying I have to have the ball in my hands more, if I'm just looked at more often, then that's all I'm asking.
Mm,
That's really it. I'm not complaining I need more shots. Oh, I should get more touches. I just want to be looked at more often. I feel like I'm not looked at the half court offensive set. And if I'm wrong, you can tell me I'm wrong. That's just my opinion.
no,
That's
you're
how I
not
see
wrong.
it.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
I fully analyzed the entire game. I know exactly what's going on at all times. I know you're not getting looked at, not getting shot attempts that you deserve. I understand who's getting missed, and I understand what the passes are going. I understand all this, but it comes down to like, I mean, what the very last thing you can do, Chris, you would have to talk to JJ personally about it. This
I'm not,
this
no,
this is not this
I
that's
don't
not in
know.
my control. It's either one of y'all have to go. If you want to be bigger part of the offense, JJ's probably not gonna be okay with that. So that means he's probably gonna be off the team. Or you gonna be off the team. It's gonna be one or the other, or you just gonna have to accept that you'll never be what you think is the big part of the team. That's it. There's no other solution. There's nothing. Dead ass.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, Nathaniel. Like recently, I haven't even really been having fun when I've been playing with you guys. I just like playing with you guys. But me personally, I'm not having fun. But like when Avengers gets mad and he starts yelling, or like Will does some jump shit and JJ starts yelling at Will, like that kind of stuff is fun, and that's what keeps me staying. But in terms of playing pro am generally, like just with JJ,
Hmm.
that like what I'm talking about, it's not fun. It's really not. Like I feel like I'm just there because you guys need a fifth player and oh, I'm a point guard. You guys don't have a point guard. Oh, he'll do. Whatever. He's not hurting us. Like that's literally how I feel, and that's just like it's like come on. Like I feel like I said, I feel like I could do more. I want it like you know what I mean? Like I didn't make this player just
Well,
to
put
do
it
what
this
I'm
way.
doing right now. If that was the case, I'd be a pure point guard.
That part where you said, "Oh, we only play with you because we need a fit." That's first of all, that's false out the ass. Because we ran JJ at the one. We can run JJ at the one if we wanted to. But you see how I choose to always play with you, right? At the one.
Right, because you don't want to see JJ at the one.
No, there's many options we can run at the one. Will can bring up the ball. I can bring up the ball, and I can play make. I choose not to because I'm not a point guard. I want you at the one. I want Chris at the
Nobody
one.
wants to see you bring up the ball.
Anyone can run point guard, but no anyone can run point guard, but not everybody's gonna play like you. Everybody's on the team for a reason.
I mean, I get that, Nathan. I mean, just the sum of all I'm saying is I just want to be seen more on the offensive end. Like that's it. I'm not asking, oh, I want to go from 6 shots a game to 10 shots a game or whatever the case may be. If I'm just seen more on the offense, I can facilitate more, I can score more, I can do whatever. I can be a bigger part of the offense. Like for example, like like how can I put this? Like Lonzo. Let's keep it like Lonzo. Lonzo's a great passer, but if you know so recently he's not scoring and he's not making his shots, he's not an offensive threat. So you're not going to help when he cuts and nobody's going to get open and Lonzo can't pass as well. But when Lonzo starts making his shots and he's going for 20 points, he just becomes a better person scoring and facilitating because he's a bigger threat. And that's harder for the defense to guard. And I feel like I'm not reaching my full potential on doing that for this team. That's honestly one of the best examples I can give. Because when I drive to the basket, I'm not a threat. Let's put it that way. When I get by my man, I'm not a threat. You know what I mean? I'm really not. Unless I'm just wide open and then I can shoot a pull-up midi. But I get like 2 of those a game when I could be getting a lot more. But I mean that's just all I really gotta say. And like I said, that happens most of the time with JJ. Like you said, Pimp is a pure scorer, but he's not as bad as JJ. Pimp knows when he's gonna take. Pimp knows when he's not taking that shot. Pimp knows when he's missing. You know what I mean? Like
It,
I feel like we play better with Pimp than when we do with JJ. Not because of the build, but of just the player that Pimp is. That's my opinion.
mm, I enjoy
That's
playing.
I mean that's
I enjoy playing with him more.
right. Exactly. Pimp may not be the better build, but you enjoy playing with pimping.
Brendan, shut the hell up.
What is Brendan saying?
Because he keeps saying what like all worded out because of what you said about pimp isn't as bad as JJ when it comes to like shooting and stuff. Because
I
I
mean,
was just about
as
to
far
say
okay,
that's kind of not really true.
okay, as far as when I've played with Pimp, put it like that. As far as when I've played with Pimp, maybe he's different when he plays with you guys because I feel like maybe when I'm not there, Pimp plays the one, so that might be different. I don't know. But as far as when I've played with Pimp, he's not as bad as JJ. Let's put it like that. Okay. Maybe what I said was wrong to you guys, but from my experience, I mean, no,
I
no,
don't complain. I
I
like
can, I
playing with
can
him.
see, I can see where the complaints can come from. I can see that. I wouldn't disagree.
Mm,
Mm.
I I feel like whatever Pimp does is a go ahead until maybe the I don't know what it is, but the third quarter Pimp starts doing some wild shit. The first and second
Mm.
and fourth quarter Pimp is just fine, but that third quarter I don't know. Boy, he be.
Brendan's still freaking out or something?
Yes.
Brendan, can you hear me? Brendan, you
Uh,
might be right on what your opinion is, but as far as when I've played with both Pimp and JJ, I have less of a problem with Pimp than I do with JJ.
you know
How
what?
about
Thank you
that?
for reminding me about that, Brendan. Now, Chris, I don't know he wasn't there, but Pimp, maybe you might think he's not as bad when it comes to missing passes, but when it comes to not getting shots, he's a billion times worse than JJ. JJ will complain,
Mhm.
Pimp will literally leave the game. He will come.
Okay.
This is, I swear
Well,
to
you
God,
see,
this is what Pimp will do.
I've never had that problem because I try to get everybody the ball.
Pimp will literally do one of two things. No, three things. First, he'll start complaining about him not getting shots, and then he'll force feed everybody the ball. Whether he's wide open on the fast break or not, he'll just pass it and be like, "Nah, y'all got it." Then if he's then after like a few times of that, he'll quit. And I'm being
Oh,
literal.
for
I'm not
real?
even exaggerating. That's Pimp if he doesn't get his
Well,
shot
you see,
attempts.
okay, well, I don't, oh, I've never experienced the worst out of Pimp and JJ with you guys because that's never happened with me. I feel like maybe when I play point guard, they just have different mindsets. I don't know, but that's never happened with me. Pimp's never had like that type of attitude. Never
Hey
when I've
Chris,
played him.
go log on my stream and look at the live chat because they're messaging me about you because they can hear the conversation, but I'm not necessarily looking directly at my screen, so I'm missing their
Are they
messages.
are they talking shit,
No, they're
roasting
responding. They're
Oh,
joining
okay.
into the
Oh,
conversation.
okay, okay.
I'm just not necessarily
Okay,
looking
where
at my
should
screen, so that I'm missing everything they're saying.
where should I start?
Oh,
'Cause damn, that's a lot. You should have told me earlier.
no. Go just scroll all the way up to this. Scroll all the way up to what Tay be cooking. Sub back in that. Go from there and then
So
read
back in
down.
that sub yesterday, gotta create without screens too, Chris. You're fast attack the rim. Oh, don't get me wrong, Brendan. I can, but I'm saying a lot of teams that we've played against, a lot of those good teams that have beaten us, have a point guard that just goes off of screens and play makes like that. And we rarely do pick and rolls. Rarely, maybe like once or twice a game. I'm not saying that's how we should set our offense, but we could use more of that type of offense in our game, especially if we need like go-to baskets or whatever the case may be. I can create without screens, no problem, but like it's a lot easier with screens and you're able to just do more like facilitate or attack the basket or pull up, whatever the case may be. JJ knows when to pass to me, you just make your presence known. Avengers, I can't make my presence known with JJ. That's just not gonna happen. I'm saying I average like 15 assists, but I get about 10 to 15 shots a game. Well, Brendan, I average like 12 assists. I get 6 shots a game. So that boy Avengers a 15 shot minimum. Not with us. He's the best point guard. I hear Chris and I agree to an extent, but I don't think I've ever experienced what he's saying. Well, Brendan, you have more of a relationship with JJ than I do, so I think he's just more comfortable with you. So, I mean, you get what I experienced, but yeah, like you said, not to the full extent. With Brendan's team, we are a little more fast paced. That leads to more shots. I've never played with you, Brendan.
Literally all the bullshit we're dealing with right now is because Ginger likes to talk shit.
Why not run Pimp at the 1 and then Chris at the 2? I don't know if that will work out. I don't think Pimp at the 1 and me at the 2 would really work.
I
Because
mean,
you're gonna have a pure shot creator at the 1 and then a
actually,
playmaking shot
I
creator at
do
the
prefer
2.
Pimp at the 2 offensively, but defensively, Pimp got to be at the 1. Pimp is literally just way too small to guard the 2.
Damn, Brendan, you really did not like what I said. Normal Pimp does
That boy
do I
Pimp
said
cannot guard. He's way too small. He's not even getting lost or anything. Like he's in front of the greatest defense he can play, and they're just scoring on him at will in the paint because he's too small.
Chris, we don't get enough stops because we don't run zone. Plus, I'm the only big with 77 rebound rating, giving up offensive board. Honestly, Avengers, you do the best you can. I really have no problem with how you play Avengers. You play fine, but I agree. I think we should try zone because every good team that we've lost to has always played as. We've never lost to a man defense. Put it like
On,
that way.
on
To a
top
good
of that,
team that like to like that we okay that like we lost. You know what I mean? We lost to some bullshit teams that have played a man, but that's just on 2K. But in terms of like getting blown out or losing by over 10 points, it's always been to a zone. Two threes bad rebounding zone. I'm just a team player. I can adjust to whatever y'all want. And you see, Avengers, that's why you are one of my favorite players to play with. I can adjust to whatever y'all want.
I mean,
And
it
I
comes
can
down to
too.
it. That's what you have to Shit,
Right.
everybody got to
Right.
adjust. It's just fuck it.
And that's who you want. Here, okay, let's put it this way. You guys have complained about me before. You guys have complained about Pimp. You guys have complained about Mateen. You guys have complained about JJ. You guys complain about Will. But none of you guys complain about Avengers. And I don't really hear anybody complain
Shit,
about Nathaniel. Because you guys do what you can to help the team win.
that boy
Which
Avengers.
I'm starting to learn
When
more.
it comes down to the second quarter, that boy Avengers will get so mad at some boo boo ass slashing rebounder. Then it starts throwing off his offensive game because he's enraged about how bummy the center is.
Okay, but you really can't blame him. You really can't blame him because Avengers will play the best defense you can, and then it's just like the
You're
2K
right.
at that
That's
point.
I don't blame him at all. I know exactly where he's coming from. But what I don't understand is he knows that the game is broken and that the dude that he's guarding is cheesy. But he'll still try to get the ball, break the center off, and go in the paint and do a dunk. Then he'll get mad and rage because a point guard blocked him. I don't
Okay,
understand.
he won't try to break the center off, but he'll just look to score more on that play.
Yeah.
He did that like one time.
He'll try to break a nigga off. He'll either lose the ball or go way baseline and get the shit smacked. Then if he do find a dunk, he'll be like, fuck you. Just real loud in the mic.
Okay, but the thing is, Nathaniel, Avengers gives up so much for the team that I don't even get
You're
mad
right.
when he does that.
He
I don't even
sacrifices
get mad. He
he
can do that, and
sacrifices
I will
so
have
many
no
shots.
problem.
He
I
sacrifices
will
so many
have no
shots.
Like, I never get mad at Avengers. I mean, maybe, but rarely. I never get mad at you, Nathaniel, because you guys just give up a lot for the team, and you like. I really just don't get mad when y'all can score. But team, I get mad at you all the time because you do dumb shit all the time.
Damn.
Mateen,
Chris
I
is
want
not
you
a
to
man. This
understand.
is 2K16.
True. No, but Mateen, I want you to know you have the potential to average a triple double. You just choose not to. Honestly,
Once I
you
get
really just
that,
choose not to. No, with your slashing rebounder, Mateen, you want to go up with the whole team in front of you, and you'll make it. But like, you can get a three out of it, you can get an assist out of it, but you just want to just have the satisfaction of dunking on the whole team, which I understand. But it's just like you need to chill with that.
no, I'm gonna start using it more though for pro, definitely.
And you really need to look to pass out. I don't know what's up with you and put back King, but every time you get the rebound, you're like Will when he gets the ball in the paint. Like you just close your eyes and hold square.
You might want to redirect that to Avengers
I
with
will.
his silver putback king, like he has in a Hall of Fame. Continue reading, Chris.
Okay, Chris, this is my advice to you as a person in your shoes. I'm a role player in the PG, so you got to defer to them while making decisions that's best for the team. But Brendan, the reason why I'm bringing this up in the first place is because we're losing games. We do not have a good record. If we were undefeated or if we were like
If we're undefeated,
13 and
yeah, we
4,
can't say we're
14
good.
and 2, whatever the case is, Brendan, I wouldn't have it. You wouldn't hear a single complaint coming out of my mouth. But we're what, 14 and 10? That's shit. So I'm trying to find ways to be better as a
That
team, and
shit.
that's one of them. Wait, what? Yeah, what did I say?
He said that's shit.
Yeah, back at 14 and 10
We're
with
16 and
okay,
11.
Nathaniel, 16 and 11. My bad. But my point is, with the pieces we have and how well we know each other and how well we play with each other, we lose some bullshit games that we can win, and it's just little stuff like that that we can change. If we were all playing well and we were like, well, we're 14 and we're 16 and 11, that's 27 games. Let's say we were like 18 and 9, I wouldn't be complaining that much because there could be a couple things here and there, but we're really 16 and 11. Like that's pretty bad. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind deferring to them if we were all playing well, they were scoring and
Bro,
all that stuff, and
we're
we
playing
just
sloppy right now.
Well,
We have no
listen,
chemistry, and we're 16 and 11. I mean,
exact.
listen,
no chemistry.
I feel like
listen,
JJ.
Good.
listen,
Okay, yes, Nathaniel. Yes,
listen.
Nathaniel.
Here's what I'm gonna say. With every goal to be the best team or trying to climb this mountain to highest rank and all this shit on Pro Am, two things need to happen. If these two things don't happen, then we will never get there. One, yes, we have to have chemistry, in which we do not have. We are lacking chemistry. We're just going out there and playing willy nilly, like we're randoms. Two, this comes with chemistry. Everybody, this is everybody. We all have to sacrifice being being role players and being stars. There's going to be a time where we literally all have to be that one role player on the game. That means if y'all get missed, if y'all just wide open, buck naked, if y'all get missed the pass, y'all can't say nothing. Y'all just be like, you know what, whatever. Because when y'all start calling about, oh man, you missed me, that's gonna throw off the entire offense. Then y'all start arguing. Now the chemistry is down the toilet.
And
Like,
Nathaniel, I 100% agree with that statement. But who? I'm gonna ask you this question: who on our team right now will have the hardest trouble with that? And the
well,
answer is JJ.
well, no, of course,
No,
pimp, because like I told you, pimp is gonna quit. Pimp will literally just throw the game and quit.
Oh,
Now, second
I
in
mean,
line
come
would
on.
be JJ. Yes.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, yeah, that's just what I gotta say.
Wait, you know what I just thought of?
Mm.
Okay, why don't we have an on-court coach, like somebody that whatever he says goes,
Oh boy.
No, that would not
like
work.
like to pass more and stuff. Like if we start arguing, be like no, like next time.
Here's what I want to do. Here's what I want to do. Nathaniel, I brought this up earlier, but it didn't really work out.
Mm.
What I want to do is have me
Brendan said
bring
some
up
more
the ball
stuff.
and let. What do you say? What? No, JJ buys. JJ buys into the team. JJ and Evander's the two people I can depend on to buy into the team. Brendan, you and JJ must be the best of friends because I want to meet that JJ.
Hmm. No, nah, cause he's basically he's implying what I've been saying, like, cause I've watched them play with them together on the prom team. They actually played prom seriously like all last year. They hit like Elite 5, Elite 6 was like the highest rank. Like JJ, it was a really big part of the team because of his outside scoring, but nobody liked playing with them because of his passing and because of his whining. But I mean, if JJ goes, that's a big ass chunk out the offense with him. A big
But
ass
here's the
chunk.
thing, Nathaniel. When we did not play with him, did we have offensive troubles? Be honest. We could have played better defense to win those games. We
When
could
we
have
didn't
found
play
more
with
people
them,
to win those
when
games.
we didn't, I think it was the one game or two games where it was like the second half we was struggling when it came to offense because we had nothing but 2 point shooters and one 3 point shooter in Avengers. And I mean,
Right, but we can get more 3-point shooters. JJ himself isn't the problem. It's his build. Again, it's his
you
build.
well, I mean, until we find another dominant 3 point shooter, JJ's all we got. That's really it.
When the team gets his badges up, when we have Avengers and Will can shoot off a catch, your shot creator can shoot off a catch, Pim can shoot off a catch, I can shoot off a catch. Like we don't
But hold
need
on, hold
we
on.
don't need off the dribble 3-point scorers. And
Mateen,
JJ only really shoots off a catch too, at least from three.
but
Like you don't
JJ,
like JJ.
JJ literally has the two archetypes mixed together that gives him the highest ability to shoot off the dribble while moving at the
Off the
three.
dribble.
And like Chris, you can do that. You can shoot off the dribble just fine. But JJ is a sharp shooting shot creator, so that means he can shoot like difficult 3 pointers when we need it the most to completely demoralize the defense.
Right,
Like
but
I
but
promise
here's the
you,
thing,
the
Nathaniel. But
only
here's the
the
thing, Nathaniel. Hmm.
hold on. You remember that game we just we lost, but remember JJ hit the fading 3 pointer, right? Put us I think it put us in
Yeah.
OT. I
Hmm.
promise you, the only other person that could hit that shot was Pimp. I full-heartedly believe that he was the only person that could hit that shot. And because Pimp, he's so used to shooting those type of shots throughout every single 2K. Only other person
And
that
but
could hit
here's
it
the
was
thing,
JJ.
Nathaniel. Nathaniel, my point is we would never be in those predicaments if we had a
Passing.
well-rounded offense with the people that not just a well-rounded offense with the people I just mentioned. If it was me, let's say, okay, put it this way, me, your shot creator, Will's guy, Mateen's stretch, and Avengers is center. I don't know how about your insight. We'll see. But when Mateen gets his badges and we all can play together, and you get used to your shot creator because you can get your shots off. You're just not hitting them for some reason. Maybe it's your jump shot. I don't know. But when we can get those players like well-rounded and like used to their potential, I feel like that's the best team we can have.
You're right.
Or if that's really a problem, one of us can just make a sharp shooting shot crate and we won't be missing anything from JJ. Put it
Put
that
it.
way.
All right. Put it this way. I love that lineup that we ran when it was you, Pimp, me, Avengers, and Mateen. It was that I
Hmm.
think it was like 2 games where we ran. We was just destroying. My only problem with that is Mateen lags consistently, and that hinders the entire team. If
Well,
Mateen wasn't
that's
lagging,
not going to be a long-term problem.
if Mateen wasn't lagging, yeah, we wouldn't necessarily need JJ as much. Cause I
Hmm.
still wouldn't bring out my shot creator regardless. I'm bringing out my slasher because I have 2 stretch
I
bigs
agree
so I can
with that.
stretch the floor, and I could just dunk on the baby that I'm guarding.
That is true.
And then we can run the lineup of you, Will, me, Mateen, and Avengers. I I
That's
I love that lineup.
perfect. That's a that's a that's a good lineup because here's the thing. Will Will is just like JJ, except Will isn't as like strong about it. Like Will wants to score. Will is a scoring first type mindset, but he's not as bad as
He's a better
JJ.
passer.
So if he is a better passer. So if we give Will that scoring opportunity, I feel like he's going to do a lot better than JJ because he's going to be able to do more in his situation. Like you said, JJ is looking to score until he can't score, then he gives up the ball. Will is looking to score, but he'll give up the ball if there's a better
Score
opportunity.
that play.
No, 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 no. Will give up the ball if he sees a better look, but Will just
Yeah,
thinks that
Will
Will's
Will
just
has
confident
some
that he'll.
he has some Shackton moments though. He
He
has a lot of
does.
Shackton
He
moments.
does.
He
But he
he'll
also
throw a
has some
flashy when it
inexperience.
doesn't need to be a flashy. He'll do jump passes when it's like, man, why were you even thinking about taking that shot up in the first place? He'll pass the
Yeah,
ball like, why would you
that's
pass it to that person? Why did you go
I
up on
mean
that layup?
that's true, but everybody has those flaws. But how often does Will have that scoring opportunity that we could give him? I mean, whenever
I'll
we play
cut
with
you.
Will,
I'll cut you a
hmm,
deal. If my team stop lagging, then we won't play with JJ no more.
let's see how that works. Because it's not just me. Will hates playing with JJ. They always get into arguments. Mateen just said when he played on Park with his pure sharp, he was only
Nobody
averaging
likes
40.
playing with JJ. Nobody.
Right. Nobody likes playing with JJ. So it's
He
not just me. And I'm
of
saying
course it's
we
not.
don't have we don't have to play with him
We don't.
if we can get somebody to replace him. And I feel like
And
although he
if
has a great
Mateen
build,
if
he
Mateen
can do
stop lagging, we won't have to play with JJ anymore. I promise you that.
more.
Because in all personally, I can really care less. But I do know that you, Mateen, Will, and Avengers have all 4 of y'all have so far complained about JJ. And none of y'all all of y'all have equally said that y'all do not like playing with them. You guys don't like him. JJ knows this, he just don't give a damn. But yes, I understand. Because
Right.
I was
And
once
keep
there
in mind,
before.
Nathaniel, when we want to have fun in Prime and go on winning streaks and all that, we can't have somebody like that on our team, especially if he's the biggest part of our offense.
it's like a recipe for disaster. 'Cause it's like the person we're supposed to trust and take carrying us to win, but he hates us and we hate him.
Exactly.
It's like a little like you
Bro,
just
it
hated
really
Kobe.
is just like Kobe, to be honest.
Everybody just hated Kobe, and nobody trusted him. And Pau Gasol was just like, no, we're not winning the championship. Like you're a fucking idiot.
And keep in mind, I don't mind that, like, I don't keep in mind with I mean I don't mind when people like complain, but the thing that makes me like the most mad is that JJ will complain when he has the most shots, when he has the ball in his hands the most, and all of that. That's what gets me mad. Like if a bet, like
Most
keep in mind,
shots, I shut my mouth.
if
Well, I
Will
mean
started complaining,
that's because J. Look, now this is on a true story. This is exactly what JJ told me before. JJ believes that since he believes that he's the best scorer, obviously. He believes that since he's the best scorer, he's supposed to get the ball to heat up. All right? Now, let's take that logic. Then he says since he's already hot, he believes he should get the ball more because he's already hot. That's literally that's literally the logic that I swear to God that's what he told me. So in general, he believes that he should just get the ball. He needs the ball to heat up. He needs the ball when he's hot.
so whatever. Brendan, I don't think me and Chris gonna get along if you don't like complainers. Like I said, Brendan, I've played with complainers all of 2K, but JJ's a whole nother level. Whole
Didn't
nother
Brendan
level.
say some more stuff up there?
Above that, let me see. You guys are gonna hate me, but I'm taking Avengers back.
Hey, tell Brennan I'm on the free agency.
Huh? At
Flagging
11.
center.
What happened? Is this? You guys are gonna hate me, but I'm taking Avengers. Brendan, if you take Avengers back, t- I'm I'm returning to K18. Trey, I'm gonna get called up from D League once Brendan returns. Okay, what does Brendan do that I don't in terms of me being a
Oh,
because y'all like playing
no,
with Brendan.
no offense, Chris. You will never be what he can.
That's a little harsh.
as as fucked up as that is, Brendan is hands down the greatest point guard I've ever played, the greatest passer I've ever played with, and no one is ever going to touch that. There's nothing
Fair
I can
enough.
tell you that can be better than what you are to be close to him. You are you. You are you, and he is he.
Fair enough. I don't want to be the best passer. I just want to be the best point guard.
He's the best point guard because of his passing ability, and due to all the egos on his team, all the hungry shooters, that's why they love him because he literally play makes to a T, passing at its finest, sacrifices whatever it takes to get an open pass. Not saying that you don't
But
do the
here's
same
but here's
thing, but that's just
but
his DNA.
here's the thing, Nathaniel. Like you just said, he sacrifices whatever he can to win, and he averages more than what I do in everything. Passing,
Hmm?
scoring, shot attempts, whatever. He has all those higher stats, yet he's sacrificing more.
He's at well, okay. He's points when he ends up when the first half he ends up with so many assists that he people start to realize okay maybe he's not looking to score. When it comes down to that, then he starts scoring and attacking in like the third quarter. Now it comes to like okay man shit like if I guard up on him and help everybody else, I mean, he's going to look for a better pass. And generally, he is a better passer than you. So he's going to look for a way better pass than you could ever look for. And then when he does that, he has Dimer on Hall of Fame. So someone like Avengers, who only has a 70 something 3 pointer, turns into like a 90 something. So now he's draining threes.
Hmm. Well, yeah, well, that's like I said, I agree with that. And Brendan is a pure playmaker, but I'm not a pure playmaker for a reason. I can also score. Maybe that's not exactly what the team needs, but you still shouldn't ignore that aspect of my game. Get my point?
The day you
Like
get the
I can, like
team's internet up, we will never have this conversation again.
Let's see. I don't think Trey. I'm gonna get called up again. Brendan is a legend. Chris Great. Thank you, Avengers. Because I remember a couple weeks ago you said you're saying I wasn't a good point guard, so that means I improved. Appreciate it. I just gotta get used to playing with you guys.
I didn't see much of a well, I wouldn't say you improved. I feel like you've changed.
Damn. Thanks, Nathaniel.
I mean, it's the truth. I mean, because it wasn't like
Hey,
wasn't like you was
like I
bad
said,
before.
I just want you to be honest.
I'm dead ass. I'm honest about everything I say. I don't think you improved because I don't think you did anything bad before. I feel like you've changed. Before you took more shots and you scored a lot more instead of passing. Now you pass more, but you don't score a lot. You don't score as much because you don't take a lot of shots. I literally feel like you've changed. You didn't improve. You've changed. And due to you changes because, teammates surrounding you like JJ and stuff, he probably was tired of hearing this and that, so you just start passing more. So I mean, I don't really see that as improvement, just you changed.
Chris, you're the point guard. Dictate what the offense does. You score whenever you want. But here's the thing, Brendan. At least the team we have right now, they love to run the fast break. Whenever I'm
Well,
inbounding
yes,
the
we
ball,
do.
I have at least 2 or 3 people ahead of me. So it's hard for me to dictate what the offense does score whenever I want, when there are people ahead of me that can just easily score when they can. So I try to give the ball up. And let's say I give the ball to JJ. Oh, Nathaniel's already cutting. So JJ will give it to Nathaniel and he'll score. There you go. I didn't get any credit for it, but our team scored. So that's how at least our team's been running so far. Maybe when we slow it down,
That fast
then
break,
maybe.
that fast break is like that due to because we run with Brendan a lot, and since he like that fast break thing about we need to push the fast break, that's from so many years running with Brandon. 'Cause, he's a really good passer. He's always made a pure playmaker. So we're so used to always just blitzing down the court. He could just throw it like on the money, and it's just easy points. So that's why that's how that is.
Yeah, I don't get why I can't throw such good. I have like an 80 something playmaker and
Yeah.
I have
See,
Dimer.
yeah. See,
I don't know.
last year, because last year Brandon was so much bigger. He's much bigger than you, anyways. So what he would do, he would go down there try to help in the rebounds. When he get the rebound, he got a 99 pass. Well, no. He had like a 93, 92 pass accuracy, and he'll just launch it down like on the money. Plus, he's fast as fuck. So even if he doesn't just launch it down immediately, he could just run up the half court and then launch it on the money. Diamond Hall of Fame right there. So really, that fast break shit came from playing with him a lot.
Wait, is Jack Sparrow AT?
I have absolutely no idea who it is. It could be JJ and just change his name just to listen in. I actually don't know who
No,
he is.
because Brendan said we love you AT, and the only other person that's talking other than him in Avengers is Jack Sparrow.
Oh well, could be 18.
To be honest, I just want to do whatever I can with my build to win, and I feel like I'm just not using my build's potential. Put it that way, just to sum up this whole thing. A lot of it has to do with who we're playing with. A lot of it has to do with how we're playing, maybe who you guys have gotten used to playing. But it's a different game, different people.
I felt like that before. I felt like that with my center last year, with my short center.
Hmm.
It was times where I felt like, man, yeah, we're winning, but I don't feel like I'm using my guys' full potential to get us. you know, I
But
didn't.
here's the
I
thing, Nathaniel, we're not even winning like that.
true.
Really not. We're
Then when
16
we
and
lose,
11.
then when we would lose, I would always feel like I didn't play at my full potential. Then I just knew there was only so many things that could have happened and could have changed. So I literally had to go to the point to accept, do whatever it is possible for my team. Whether even if I was a pure sharp, if all my team wanted me to do was sit at the half court line, sit at the baseline, I'll do that. I'll literally do whatever it takes to get this team a W. Or if I was just there for defense and I was a pure sharpshooter and I shot no threes the whole game, fine. If it gets us a W, fuck it.
I'm really curious. I would want to play a couple games with Brendan.
KT from the
He's such a
AT.
good passer, and I think I can have a bigger scoring role. And not only that, I'm used to passing, so I could pass when I don't get. I think that would work out. I mean, I can't really predict. No one ever knows, but I want to play. Plus, I've never tried the two, so that'd be fun. To be honest, I just want Avengers on that team. I want Nathaniel on that team. Mateen, if you can get his mind right.
One thing I really want to see though, I want to see me and Brendan with my slasher. That is something I would like to see. Whether it's Pro Am Park Twos, Walk On, I need to see it. Cause this year my slasher is legit. It ain't like my slasher last year, who was anything but a slasher. This year my slasher's a fucking slasher.
Nathaniel,
What?
I'm on Netflix right now.
Brendan, do you think do you
So
know a good TV show on Netflix that you recommend
I haven't
Mateen to
played with you,
watch?
Chris, but they've told me I couldn't mix with you because who I am. Well, here's the thing, Brendan. I play completely different with them than when I do on my career or versus randoms or whatever the case may be. Whenever I'm not with them, I'm a scorer and then I'll pass it up to get a better look. But in my mindset, I'm like, okay, I'm a type of shot creator with Hall of Fame badges. I can make this shot. But I don't play like that with them because Pro-Am's different. There's help defense and then there's all that. And I have four other people on the court that can score. So I play a lot differently with them. But I feel like I could adapt back to my old ways if I played with you. I mean, I really can't predict, but I would want to try it, of course. Like they said, they've only played with like I'm a playmaker to them. I'm not a scorer to them. So with a playmaker already on the team and me as the two, I'm a scorer. And I think I'm a really good scorer. Like I have Hall of Fame difficult shots, Hall of Fame ankle breaker. I'm about to get mid-range deadeye on gold, tireless score on silver, and to be honest, the rest of my badges are maxed other than like glue hands, quick reflexes, all that. You know what I mean? I have a solid build with badges that's meant to score.
Bro, this is crazy. I better watch this.
You know what I mean?
So, Chris,
Hmm.
a little like documentary on Netflix about while the Germans, the Nazi Germany, the Americans beat the Germans with Hitler watching in like a Olympic sport, and the Americans were like just working class men that they randomly picked out to
That's
fight
mid
in the
range
Olympics,
Deadeye, Brenda.
and the Germans were like professional athlete rowers, and the Americans beat them in the
That's
Olympics.
wonderful. That's wonderful. What do you say? If you have Hall of Fame difficult shots, you should be taking pimp shots. I love pimp. He's a homie, but he's team shot. You see, Brendan, that's my mindset too. I feel like I could be taking so many more shots just because of like my badges and my attributes. I'm not saying I should force more shots, but I could take more shots because of my attributes, my badges, and all that. But I'm just limited to what the team needs. Put it that way. And I have mid-range Deadeye. I think it's like 60% into gold. If I really wanted to grind, I could get it in a day. Play a park game,
That
go to
nigga
team practice at
Maul
7,
went to a
and all that.
concert and he put that shit on Instagram. Like the troll he is. What concert is that?
You know what I mean? So once I get mid-range Deadeye on gold, then I can maybe
The
move
fuck
more
is
to
that?
pimp shots. But Pimp forces shots. Pimp's and he has his times where he doesn't take good shots. And then he'll complain, be like, "Come on, man." Like stuff
That's
like that. It's like, come
that's
on,
what
I would win.
makes him so unique. That would people take a shot on three people and break and wonder why he breaks. That's who I want on my squad. He's so confident in every shot he takes, dog. He knows he should have made that shot. That's who I want on my team.
Said, look to call your number in the half court. Let him eat on fast breaks, like you said. If y'all want to try something. See, Brendan, I only have that half court problem
Hey,
with JJ,
what Brennan said.
so I can't call my number on the half court with JJ. You can, because he has a lot of respect to you. I guess you guys play 2K17 a lot, so your relationship with JJ is a lot different than my relationship with JJ. If
He
I call for the
JJ
ball
said he
and I
doesn't
miss
like
a
you, Chris. He already said he doesn't like you at all. He thinks you're ass.
I know he does. And I honestly could give two shits about his opinion, because I really don't care. I only play with JJ because I'm forced to. I have no
Boy,
desire to
boy,
play with him.
that's almost everybody on Brennan's team. That's almost everybody who's ever played with JJ. Only one that
There you
willingly
go.
plays with them is Pimp. Cause Pimp's known JJ for like since like PS3 days. So
There you
Pimp,
go. And you see, Nathaniel, I'm not the best 2K18 player, but at least people would want to play with me, or they don't mind playing with me. People are forced to play with JJ. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not that good at 2K18. Remember going from 2K16, 2K18, all that like responsiveness and all that stuff. I don't like the 2K18 gameplay, the physics, whatever the case may be. I don't like it, so I try to play to the best of my abilities in this game. But I'm still really not that
the on,
great. But at least people who don't mind playing with me or they
the
want to play with
only
me. Whatever
three
the case may be.
people I can think of that will willingly play with JJ is Pimp, RJ, and me. I don't think you know who RJ is, but JJ and RJ are like buddy buddy or whatever. It was a period of time on 2K17 where I literally was okay with playing with JJ. Like it was early as fucking morning. JJ being like, you know what, let's go play park. It was maybe a month where that was happening. Other than that, I didn't like playing with JJ. Pim plays with JJ because they known each other for like forever, like PS3, like forever. Everybody else, AT don't like playing with JJ. He said that loud and clear. He does not like playing with JJ. You don't like playing with them. Will don't like playing with them. Tina don't like playing with them. I generally don't really care, but I wouldn't forcibly play with them like that. No, I wouldn't really choose. Avengers don't like playing with them. Um, Brendan claims he don't care, but that's because JJ don't really whine to Brendan because Brendan always feeds him the ball. So uh, yeah, it ain't too many people out there looking to play with JJ, looking to invite him to the party, looking to talk to him. But it is what it is. Nobody really sends
Mm,
JJ invites to parties. He just ends up being in the party when everybody else is in there. He be there.
he might not like you, but you can make him respect your game. Brendan, I've tried that. I remember there was one game I was literally doing everything I could. I was trying to pass first. I wasn't even looking to score because I was looking to give JJ the ball, give Will the ball because they were scoring. And then next thing you know, when I would try to give him the ball, I would get turnovers, and then JJ would start yelling at me, saying trash ass point guard, trash everywhere, trash this, trash that, all of that. When I would be looking to make the team better. Honestly, at that point, I don't really care. I don't care what he thinks about my game. I don't really care if he respects it or not, what I can do for him to respect. I don't care at that point. Like if you really just got to get mad at something or someone just because you lost, take your anger out on someone and have no regret or no doubt in your game, then I really just don't care. Chris, rage at JJ once, he will respect you, trust me. You see, Avengers,
No, that's not true. That's false. That's a false statement, Avengers.
That is a false statement.
It's
Cause the
like
because JJ don't even respect you, Avengers, and you've raised at him before. You've kicked him out the party before. He don't respect your ass.
and here's the thing, Avengers, even if that was the case, the only people I can rage at are Mateen and Will because I know them personally. I've hung out with them before. And we can just yell at each other whenever Will rages at me, Mateen rages at we rage at each other.
I
That's
understand
just
what you
how we
mean by that.
do.
That's that
Mhm.
when y'all have not camps. What is it? Yeah, it's a,
when you really wanna when you really wanna kiss that nigga on the cheek.
well,
Mm,
y'all knowing each other, y'all close enough to be able to do that and not each other's feelings. I know what you mean.
right.
It's different when
But it's
someone you
I'm not
don't know
but it's
somebody. It's
but
like,
it's
man,
but it's not like I'm afraid to hurt their feelings or whatever the case may be. It's just I don't have the need to rage at somebody over a video game. But like when it's like Mateen or Will, when they're doing shit on purpose or they're doing shit and you know they could be doing something else, then that's when I get mad. But it's like JJ, I just don't even know him that well to the point where if he could be doing something better or if he's not intentionally doing that. Like Mateen,
There's nothing better he could do.
there are certain points where like Mateen maybe won't hear my voice enough, so he'll do dumb shit so I can yell at him so he can hear my voice. It's just shit like that.
well, I'm gonna tell you right
And
now,
you hear him laughing.
JJ
So
never,
there
JJ
you
never
go.
plays differently. When you see him playing the prom, whatever he's doing. That's him. That's his best.
He passed me the ball when I asked for it. That's all the respect I need. Mm,
I guess. I don't know. Like I said, I'm past JJ. I don't really care about his respect or his game or whatever the case may be because at the end of the day, we're playing with him because we have to. And if we can solve that problem and replace him with no problem, then why not? Because everybody wants it. Nobody said anything. Okay, let's be real, Nathaniel. If we never had this conversation, we would
Mm-hmm.
still be playing with JJ 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, or
Mm.
whatever the case may be.
No, 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 no.
No, you don't
I
think so?
already
Well, maybe
said
just
if I already said I fell in love with Mateen Stretch Big. We had one of the best. We had everything. We had chemistry. We had ball movement. We had floor spacing. We had
mm,
defense. We had rebounds. We had inside scoring. We had everything we needed. There was there wasn't really that many complaints when we had a Stretch Big. I said, you know what? I was mad when he started lagging. Because had he
mhm.
not started lagging, we could have ran with that lineup. We could actually did something. So I was already having that in the back of my mind. Once he stops lagging, anytime he's online, we run a pro am. So the only time
Okay.
JJ's playing is if we need a fifth. He'll be the one where we need a fifth.
And here's the thing, Nathaniel. I'm gonna just bring up 2K16 for a second. 2K16, I averaged 15 points and 18 assists on Pro Am. The reason why is because one, 2K16, everybody could score, so I didn't really need to score, but I could score when I needed to. But keeping that in mind, what we did was I think it was like me, Mateen, Will, Jonah, and we would run with some random dude. But what we would do is they all remembered their icons. I memorized their icons because I played with all like the same four people every single time. So first of all, I knew Will was I knew Jonah was square or whatever the case may be. But
Yes,
we would
Luca.
get
Yes,
things.
yes.
We would do things where I would get to the basket square. So immediately, without even thinking, I would click R1 square and I would get to that person. And we had our on. That's what made me love 2K16 too. Maybe because we played with the same people and I just adapted to all five people more, and we've been mixing up since we have like 8 people on our team. But
Mm-hmm.
my point is, if that ends up on 2K18, where it's let's say you, me, Will, Avengers, Mateen, and I play with you guys like 10 straight games and we get used to everything like that, I can start averaging like 15 assists a game, 16 assists a game,
Jack,
or
I
whatever
just
the
sent
case may
you
be.
a friend request.
You know what I mean, Nathaniel? Like, if we get to that strategy that we were using in 2K16, I can become a much better playmaker. Hell, I'll even make a pure playmaker if I have to. If I don't have to score, that's fine. But 2K16, we would blow teams out. The only time when we wouldn't is if Will was fucking up, I was missing open threes, Mateen was missing putback dunks, because that shit would happen when Mateen sometimes will miss like a wide open dunk. Stuff like that that would just add up that wasn't in our control. But I feel like 2K18 Pro Am, it's more in your hands than in 2K's hands. Park is completely different. That's why I don't give a fuck about Park. But it's like Pro Am, like if you lost, other than cheesy shit, it was your fault. Put it that way. Other than like rebounds that should have been yours and all that. I'm talking about like offensively, like
Comes down to one-on-one D.
you know what I mean? But my point is, if we get a solid five when we run with
Wait,
that
what?
straight five, and I get more comfortable, I can become a much better just playmaker, and I won't even worry about scoring. I just ignored what Mateen said. I could just ignore about scoring. Like I can average 5 points a game and get 18 assists. I'll be the happiest guy on the court. The only reason why I'm complaining about scoring right now is because I have a scoring archetype. Yeah, just ignore him. You know what I mean, Nathaniel? Like shit.
Yeah.
If we're playing real well, and I feel like a pure playmaker will fit even better, I'll make a pure playmaker and start grinding for badges. I'll spend another 50 on them. Like I really don't care. Whatever helps the team win. But in my case, with at least with my build, I feel like I can do more with the team
Fuck.
to help them win. But if we had that five, and let's say we let's say we make it, for example, I don't say that. Let's say we make a new team, we run like 20 games. we go like 18
Damn
and
it.
2, 17 and 3 with that 5, and it
Yeah.
looks like although my guy is doing well, but Hall of Fame Dimer and Hall of Fame pick and roll Maestro would work a lot better with us, and that I don't need Hall of Fame difficult shots or whatever the case may be, then I'll make a different archetype. I really don't mind. I'll take the role of the bigger playmaker and a smaller scorer. That doesn't I don't mind. I really don't. Like I'm not trying to brag or anything, Nathaniel, but the reason why I called myself a point guard and I thought I was like the best point guard, even the team was saying I was one of the best point guards in 2K16, is because I was saucy.
Clutch boy.
It's because I guess because I played the game so much and I was so comfortable with the people that I played with that I was able to do both so well.
Bro, it's just your three. Like you just like didn't miss. Like literally did not miss in the clutch.
But
Like
yeah,
the reason why we won games is because me and Will would fuck around the entire game, and then Chris would clutch the three. Like just somehow he would hit a three. Like just somehow. Like I don't even know. I don't even know how.
well that's
That's
just
because
because
2K16. That's because 2K16 allowed you to do that though. You can't really do that.
I think my
Even
2K just froze. What the fuck?
even though Chris like what I really hate is you're standing honestly like
right
that's a
now.
really bad standing three. I don't know.
It
Like
can
you
go up to
always
an
look
80.
way better.
I don't like I said, this D'Angelo Russell jump shot that I have is good for moving shots, but it's not good for standing shots. I
You're
need
using D'Angelo Russell base.
right, but that's because you're a pure sharp and you're a center. It's a little different. I just need to find a good jump shot because the reason why I didn't want to make a sharp shooting playmaker is because their max three is an 84, my max three is an 80. That's literally the only thing that they have higher. I think they have like an 8, I think they have like a high 80 passing, and I have like a mid
Wait.
80 passing.
Wait, no. You can't look at the rating this year. Your rating it doesn't influence you as much as badges. If you made him like a sharpshooter first, then you would
No,
have
no, no,
got
no, no,
gold
no, no,
badges.
no. The other archetype I was contemplating between was a primary playmaker, secondary sharpshooter.
Oh, well, never mind.
That was the other build. No, not a primary. No, that's not a point guard. A primary sharpshooter, secondary playmaker. That's not like a pro-am point guard at least. But that was the only other build I was contemplating. But that 2K lab thing where they show you your attribute caps and your badges and all that, it just didn't really make much sense. Maybe it might fit better for pro-am, at least with the team we have now. But at the start of the game, when I just knew it was just going to be me, Mateen, and Will on Park, the playmaking shot creator was the way to go. But like I said, if we start playing a lot of games and I'm averaging more assists with a playmaking shot creator, I'll make a pure playmaker. Shit, I'll even listen to you guys if you want me to make a 6'5", max
I
44,
mean,
whatever the case may be. I'll make
Chris,
them.
all right, hold on, because I can actually, well, I wouldn't want you to do that only because this team might be temporary. Because Brendan is coming back apparently, and when he comes back, he's gonna make his team. And 11 times out of 10, Avengers and JJ will both go with him. Then it's just gonna be you, me, Pimp, Mateen, and Will.
Uh,
So this team might
okay.
be temporary. Well, most likely it's almost 100% temporary. So I
What
mean,
about Will? I'm not
All right,
Will.
well, fuck you, Brandon.
and on top of that, when he does make his team, I might go along with them because I was always that 6 man guy that they've had. You know, when they need one, they could just pick me up. So yeah.
I
And then
see
you
what
can
you
come. I
mean.
mean, he wants to play with you too, so most likely you'll be there too.
Hmm. I don't know how that's gonna work out.
I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't, because he's going to get you open. Never worry about that. He will get you open. He no dick ride. He will probably get you open more than anyone has ever, like dead ass. And
So
I've
why did you
played
guys think I wouldn't fit with them?
um well before because you would complain about shots as a point guard. And then Brenda doesn't like the fact that certain people will complain about shots. We have this one sharpshooter named Second Faster. Oh God, he'll complain about shots when he's not open. That's just wild to me. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, That was a problem. But generally, he'll probably get you open more than anybody you've ever played with. Like gen, I'm gonna make just a wild statement here. I've probably played more online park games and maybe online games period probably than all of us in this live chat and in this party. I have yet to find anyone who can has the playmaking ability that Brendan has. So if you're on this team, if he misses you, just know that nobody else would have passed you at that situation.
Can't wait. I want to play. I've never played with Brandon. I want to play with him. What the fuck?
Then play with him.
I've never played with him before.
Sorry to tell you this, but you won't play on this real team. You'll be playing on either walk on or park. uh,
Oh man. Well, once that nigga sees how much sauce I have in the draw, everybody lick some of the sauce with the team. Start pouring it. Everybody getting the splash when I split splash.
boy.
And he left.
Oh well.
Mm.
Super nigga, super nigga.
Did Brendan have 2K16?
Yep, he has had every single 2K so far.
How good was he on 16?
Very good.
Because if he was better than me on 16, then I'll admit he's a better point guard. But I yet have to see him play on 16. You haven't played with me fully on 16, Nathaniel. As a Legend 2,
2K, put it this
with
way, on 2K16, when it came to Pro-Am, it seemed, I don't know if anybody else noticed this, but it almost seemed like he got into foul trouble a lot. He was a dead-eye shooter. I hear stuff about you shooting, but that nigga was a shooter too. So I'm not gonna say he's a better shooter than you, but that nigga had a shot. Playmaking was still the same. He was best playmaker I've ever seen. So he had passing, he had shooting, scoring period. Defense was probably the only thing that I cannot give you a straight answer on.
hmm
That's really it.
I would.
But yeah.
But here, the problem is, has Will played with him?
What on 2K16?
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't play with them as
I want to know
much.
someone who's played with both. Because the only people that know how good I was on 2K16 are Will and Mateen. Because like Mateen said, Mateen and Will would fuck up all the time. And we would still win because I would just take over in clutch moments. And I would give them the ball when they could score. Like when times were serious, we played really well. And they knew that, and they couldn't do that if I wasn't on the team. And in real pro-am, when we had full fives, we were destroying people. Like I was the leader of the team. I made the jerseys and the team and all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I felt I was really good in 2K6. That's why I named myself the point god. You know what I mean? We all matched the same and all that. Because I never, I'm gonna be honest, I never played against anybody that I thought purely, wow, he was better than me. He might have had a better game. He might have had cheesy moves, but I've never played against somebody in 2K16 specifically that I could say, wow, he was a better point guard in both Park and Pro-Am. And I think Mateen and Will can vouch for me on that. 2K17 and 18, however, totally different story. I was asked in 2K17. I'm not that good in 2K18, to be honest. If I could play how I did in 2K16, that's a different story. But I don't think that's ever gonna happen again. But at the end of the day, I just want to win. Like it's cool to have bragging rights, all that, who's good, who's not. But like, I don't care if I'm the best, because if I'm not winning, then it doesn't matter. Simple as that.
Well, my situation is sort of
Uh,
complicated. I don't like I
I
don't
don't
like things
claim
that
to
I
be the best. That's not my goal. You can have that mantle, Chris. I only like to. Well, like I said, Brendan, I just said, I literally just
I
said
don't
what you said. If I lose, there's nothing that matters. But you see, Brendan, the reason why I'm so confident right now too is because we didn't lose in 2K16. If we lost games and all that, then there could be arguments. But we did not lose in 2K16. We didn't play that much Pro-Am because we could never get a full five. But whenever we did play Pro-Am, we didn't lose. And in Park, when we played serious, we went on streaks. Like consistent 20-game streaks, and the only times we got off is because Will had to go off, or I had to go off, or my team was too good.
to be fair, Mateen had a big ass dribbling center. I just want to point that
Yeah,
out.
but he only did
And
that stuff.
and when he had his point guard and his shooting guard, that nigga cheesed the fuck out the game.
Oh, but when I played with Mateen, when we like in serious terms, Mateen never played with his point guard when I had my point guard. Mateen rarely played with his shooting guard because that mean Will had to play center, and Mateen was just a much better center than Will. And Mateen only did that dribbling shit when we were up like 18-6, 18.
Shit. Before I got kicked off on when Mateen he always thought that he was just the playmaking god. So he would
On
just bring
2K16.
yes, so he would just bring up he'll either dribble,
But
try to play make, or he'll go into the post after he's already dribbled, or he'll start shooting threes.
but you want to know why, Nathaniel? Because when we played together, we would be up by so much that he could just do that shit and nobody would care because we were winning. So he got so much practice out of that it just became like an instinct to him because we were always winning. He never did that when it was a close game because I would just get real mad. We would all yell at him. And in 2K16, Mateen didn't like yelling as much as he does in 2K18. Like when you yell at him now, he just doesn't give a fuck. But in 2K16, he did not like when people were mad at him. So he would only do that shit when we were up, and when we played serious, at least to start the game, we were always up. So we always had good defense. We always made the right plays early on, so where we would be up, and then next thing you
Mm-mm.
know, Mateen would bring up the ball and he'd be doing dumb shit, and we would laugh and all. He wouldn't score, or he might get lucky once. They score twice in a row. We say, all right, we end the game, next game. So Mateen was practicing more crazy dribbling shit than I was. Because when I was playing serious, I wasn't trying to do any crazy dribble moves because I was playing serious. And then when it got to the point where we were winning by so much, Mateen wanted the ball so he could do dumb shit.
Well, I don't know. I guess my situation is sort of different. Like,
Yeah, Nathaniel, I've never seen you like full
nah,
scoring because you only
cause
do that
it's
when you get
because
mad and you know we're about to lose.
no. It's because I guess truth be told, I don't feel that anybody's better than me. As selfish as that sound, I truth be told, I don't feel like anyone's better than me. I've always wanted to find someone who is better than me just so I can be better than them. I don't think I
Say that
found.
again. You cut off.
I said, truth be told, I've always wanted to find someone who was better than me at everything, just so I can work better and get better at them. But so far, I mean, I'll get dropped off, but there's a reason why I get dropped off. No one has ever dropped me off legitly. There's a reason for everything. I mean,
Which is why you always want to go back to the spot and drop them off.
yes, I don't like this shit. I know nigga could drop 21 on me. I first of all, truth be told, I feel like I'm the best perimeter defender. So when somebody's dropping me off, there's a reason. You got to be doing something out of the ordinary to drop me off. You're not just gonna just no, that's not happening. I truly feel like I'm not the best at anything, but I'm damn good at pretty much everything. There's nothing that you can say really I can't do. I'm a damn good passer. I'm a damn good rebounder. I'm a damn good defender. Damn good scorer. I'm just not the best at anything. The only thing I slipped up of was 3-point shooting. 2K16 jump shots was out the question for me. 2K17 3-pointers out the question for me. And right now in 2K18 they purposely broke a pure shot creators off the dribble abilities. But I can still score just efficiently off the dribble. So in generally, I literally feel like one of the most well-rounded players on 2K. I have yet to find someone who can match up to my abilities. The closest one that could do that was Brendan. And on 2K17, I didn't like the fact that he was tall and had long arms, regardless of the fact he is the closest one that comes to my abilities at anything. He is the closest well-rounded person that I've ever met. Everyone else, there's a reason why they're doing something. Whether it's they got this animation, that animation, they're doing this over and over, or they're not better than me, or they can just score better than me because they're just offensive. I've yet to find someone who's come close to my ability of doing everything evenly well-rounded. Like
But
there's
here's the
nothing
thing,
I'm lacking
Nathaniel.
in.
That's a good mindset to have, but to be the fully best player you can be in 2K, you have to
Acknowledge
take
that I'm
advantage
not
of
the
what you have
best.
achieved. But no, but here's the thing, Nathaniel. You have that mindset where you are the best and you can do things to be better than other people. But to consistently be able to do that,
You have to take advantage of cheesy animations, cheesy dribble move, cheesy all that
And
to
that's
really
why
bring out your potential,
that's why
which
I
is why
feel
you don't like doing that, which is why you're not always shown as the best
you're
when
right.
you can be.
I love. Truth be told, I
But
love
are you
always
okay with
being.
that?
I love being that low key one of the greatest. Like I'll low key drop one of the smoothest, almost triple doubles in pro am, and nobody will say shit. I love that because individually, I know the fact that I'm providing so much for this team. I'm sacrificing. I'm getting my stats, and that's it. I literally love that feeling. I'm not doing anything cheesy. I don't have a cheesy build, no cheesy jump shot, no cheesy anything. I can still be this good. I truthfully think that's something. That's an achievement for me. Other niggas gotta do other type of shit to get where they need to be. If anybody were to go down my path at being one of the greatest, they will all fail. All of them.
But, but here's the thing, Nathaniel. I get your point, but my thing is, I hate it when I do something and, like, for example, I try to shoot and I don't score and it is out of my hands.
I've
It's in
been
2K's hands.
I've
For
been
example,
I've
for
been there
example,
my whole
jump
2K
fakes.
career. I've been there my whole
Right, and
2K career.
I don't know how you deal with that because I can't deal with that. If
That's my
somebody, okay,
thing.
for example,
Yeah, go
because
ahead.
here's the thing, Nathaniel, I hate losing, and if I lose from something that's out of my control, that drives me crazy, just insane. Which happens to you a lot, but
You're
you
right.
don't really do much about it because you feel like you can just take over 2K's
I
just
I literally
shit.
feel as though no matter whatever 2K throws at me, whether it's cheesy or broken, the goal is to that means I got to be better at trying to avoid it.
Right,
Even if
but
it's
the thing
almost
with me, you
impossible.
can't do that consistently. You
Shit.
it is possible, but you can't do that consistently. And when I can't do that consistently, then I'm not consistently winning games, and I'm not
I
consistently having fun
remember,
playing.
Brenda remembers this. When I first made my shot creator on 2K17, that nigga had little to no hope. He was a bum. I was getting thrown so much crap. I couldn't hit a jump shot. I was a turtle. My defense was ass. And you know what I did? You know what? Okay. I looked at my play and I said, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get better. I ended off 2K17. I can lock up any and every single cheeser that was thrown at me. It didn't matter what cheeser move you did. I was clamping you up. I had a 70 lateral quickness. Niggas had 94 plus boost, 99 speed with ball. I did whatever I could to make sure I got around whatever 2K threw at me. That's why I feel like no one else
Mhm.
can really do
don't
so
know.
much shit.
I don't know if you remember this, but I remember one time I played twos against you. You had 17 points on me with your shot creator. I don't
I
know if
don't.
you remember that.
I
It
mean,
was me and you. I think
I
it was
don't.
you and JJ.
I don't remember that. Although I don't count twos because twos the sliders, game sliders are much higher. It's really really easy to shoot in 2-on-2, so I don't really count that.
Oh, but I
I
mean, my point is though, when you were talking about getting better and all that, like, you
I
dropped
have
balls in twos.
I've mastered my chakra to the point where he was always somewhat that nigga at the park. I had a 6'6" average wingspan, 220-pound shot creating shooting guard. That was like one of the worst builds to make in 2K17, and I've out there dropping niggas off. I did the impossible. I went the distance. We're playing with randoms, playing against cheesers. I'm talking iso ball. Them niggas are just spamming the most lightning speed dribble moves, clamping them up. Now they on defense. They got a 99 speed without the ball. Then they got like a 90 lateral quickness. I got a 70 speed with ball with dribbling. And I gotta find a way to drop this nigga off. And I did. Other niggas try to do that shit, they'll get dropped the fuck off and go down the toilet. I feel like that's
And
some
here's the
type of
thing, Nathaniel.
achievement that I have.
Me taking your path with all of that shit against me, if I get by my man and I take a wide open moving shot and I miss it because I don't have a cheesy jump shot and I don't have a cheesy pull up, I don't know how you deal with that because
Then
I would
that
not have a
then
functioning TV if that were the
then
case.
then that I'll get frustrated out the ass, and all that's gonna make me do is go in my goddamn my core, and I'm practicing this goddamn release. Then I'm gonna keep getting on with these boo boo ass randoms. Keep taking that same jump shot until I start mastering that shit. Until I become that nigga.
But it's
That's
not
it.
even mastering it, Nathaniel. You know how 2K has certain jump shots that go in more often than
Yep.
others. To where it's out of your control. You can master your release, but you can't
At
always
that
get
point,
greens. You're
well,
gonna
at
get
that
full
point,
white bars.
you kind of have to you first you got to make sure you find a pretty alright jumper. After that, that does comes with mastering. For example, um the shot I have on my shot creator right now, I've gotten to the point where I just say, you know what, I'm gonna stick with this jump shot. I'm not changing no more. I'm not for the rest of the year. This is gonna be his jump shot. I'm actually getting consistent green releases off the dribble and 3 pointers. I'm legitly learning this shot. Same thing last year. I say, you know what? I think it was 3 weeks into 2K after me breaking all over the place with my shot credit. I said, I'm sticking with this jump shot. And I'm over here clanking everything. I think it took maybe 2 months. I'm dropping niggas the fuck off. I made sure that 2K was not going to hold me back because niggas want to get Aldridge on quick. Niggas want to get shot base 9. That wasn't going to hold me back. I'm sticking with shot base Trey Burke, release Kobe Bryant. That's that full jump shot is DeMar DeRozan's full jump shot. I said I'm sticking with the jump shot. I ain't changing it, and I didn't. Dropping niggas off with bums on my team, 60 overalls, 50 overalls, going against 90s, ended up with 18 points. Them niggas feeding me the ball, double teaming me, 70 speed with ball, bet. Breaking all y'all off, hitting y'all with the okie doke. On top of that, it seems like most shot creators don't even know how to use shot creators. I mean, it's more than just fading away. I used my shot creator to its full potential. I had step backs, spin jumpers, I had all of that. I used every single bit of it. I don't know. I just feel like I really don't feel like most niggas is better than me. You may have some results better than me. I feel like I am the best all around player that I've ever seen. Brendan is the only closest one I've ever seen that can come close to me. Even when I'm a bum on the sideline, I feel like he is the closest one to me. I still feel like I am the best all around player on 2K. A lot of niggas doubt that. A lot of niggas say that's not true. Shit, fuck it.
The only thing I'm the best at is 2K16, because after 2K16, I just went downhill from there. And that has to do with, like I said, the whole just mechanics. Because I played so much 2K16 in terms of my career. Like Nathaniel, I completed a whole my career in 2K16 with Hall of Fame difficulty, just whenever I had free time. I don't know if I played all 82 games. I might have simmed a couple games, but I played all those games. I had like over 2,000 games in Park. I was a Legend 2, almost a Legend 3. Had a hella wins in Pro-Am. Like I got so used to 2K16, and 2K17 was so much different, like dribbling wise
You
and
see,
physics and all
that's
that.
another
And
thing. It seems like
2K18,
every single 2K they want to change something, and each year they want to make it even harder for me to succeed. And all that
and
just tells me,
it's hard to adapt.
and all
Because
that's
you
gonna
have the
make
mindset from the past 2K
I
onto
I
the new 2K.
and that's what I love about. Well, I don't love it. I don't love it, but that's literally the goal. Mike, I literally love competition. I love a challenge. Put it that way. I love a challenge. I don't like when niggas say, "Oh, I don't want to play these niggas so they are 90 or they are legend." Fuck that. I want the cheesiest. I want the most overpowered nigga. I want them. I love that shit. I love a challenge. Is this going to hinder me from shooting? I want that. I want to conquer this ability. I want to conquer that challenge to show that I can do this. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I don't need this jump shot. I don't need that crossover. I don't need that build. I and on top of that, I've made multiple different positions, different archetypes, and generally I'm no different. I play the exact same with my shot creator as I do with my slasher. I grab rebounds. I pass. I score. I don't change. I'm literally just that all around person. Even last year, there was no difference between my shot creator and my slasher last year. I did the exact same shit. Like no lie, Chris, like the exact same shit. I even shot off the dribble with my slasher. It was nothing different between the two. You knew
Hey,
what was
Sliders had pretty decent off dribble though last year.
no, my slasher small four didn't have any off the dribble. He had a 30 something off the dribble. I just knew how to shoot off the dribble at certain points. I had a high IQ.
Okay.
Like I don't play different. I know how to play the center at a T. Brendan knows that. We went on a 3 week win streak on the twos. Like there's nothing you can really point out to say, you know what, Trey, you really can't do that. Other than shoot a 3-pointer consistently. That's debatable until I get my sharpshooter up. Other than that, niggas know I'm a good passer, a good defender, a good rebounder. I have high IQ. I can score. There's nothing I'm lacking in. You can put me at any position with any archetype. I will be a great player at that place. Like, I feel like not too many people can say that same thing.
Hmm. Nathaniel, out of 2K16, 17, and 18, which character do you think you were the best at? Not which one was the best, which one was the most. Which character, like which build did you have on that 2K where you thought you were the best at? Because you had a lot of builds.
I'm gonna have to go with my shot caller 2K17 because because my slasher was my first, and that nigga he wasn't a slasher. Like my Brendan and Avengers, they used to talk so much shit about my slasher, cause he wasn't a good slasher. He wasn't that good of a slasher. But the nigga, he did everything else. I always scored at least shooting 80% from the field with my slasher, but I wasn't going in there willy nilly and dunking on niggas like everybody else. So they kept calling my slasher ass. Anytime I try to catch a body, I get blocked or I hit the rim harder than life. So it's like, man, you're a trash slasher. But I always in the
Did you
game,
have your
what, 8?
badges?
Yeah, I had all my Hall of Fame badges and everything. I was just a
So it
trash.
was just broken.
Yeah, it's just broken. But if it's a part game, I'll end the game what? 11 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, shooting 80% from the field. I just won't be dunking on niggas though. But then, he started getting really annoying because the nigga would not catch any bodies. So then I made my shot creator. That nigga was pretty fucking cold. I ain't gonna lie. There wasn't too many things that nigga couldn't do. That nigga was cold. And then I made a slashing point guard, and that nigga was cold as fuck.
You
I
made a
actually
what?
I made a slasher point guard 6'3". He dunked on niggas. He dunked on way more niggas than my small forward. So
Mm-hmm.
and he could shoot a three. He could shoot threes. Like not he'll probably make 2 out of 5 threes. At least
That's not bad.
yeah, I would it would be respectable enough for you to, step up. The most threes I hit in one game were 3. I shot like 3 for 4 or something. So yeah, I could shoot threes and he could shoot off the dribble. Like my point guard was nice as fuck. So I would probably pick my shot creator because 2K16 I was hot ass. 2K18,
Honestly, Nathaniel, I think for 2K16, I really feel like that has to do with those cheesy animations. Because Mateen's shooting guard, although we didn't play with him much, when he did play with his shooting guard, he got buckets.
well,
I
yeah, I
think he
mean
had like
2K18, it was more because of the player I made. If I made a point guard, I would have been a lot better. Probably not the best, but I would have been a lot better. I made him too tall, so he was slow. I made him balanced, so he wasn't elite at anything. He was just
but
garbage at
but
everything.
but Mateen like finished the craziest lobs and he didn't even have lob city finisher. He would catch
Oh yeah,
bodies, he had
dunking,
touchdowns.
dunking. My shooting guard on 2K16 was legit at dunking. I mean, I was
Yeah.
garbage at dribbling. I was garbage at shooting, and I was garbage at defense because I was slow. That was really I can get rebounds, I can pass, and I can dunk. That's all I could do on
Mhm.
2K16. I did it well, but that's all I can do. So I wouldn't consider me good at all. I
Mhm.
was really bad at shooting, really bad at defense.
The thing I liked about 2K16 is that in the beginning of the game, any point guard could be good with speed boosting. And me, I was really, really good with speed boosting. And then when that patch came out that took away speed boosting, even Will and Mateen admitted that they didn't think I was going to be good because I didn't have speed boosting. They were like when they're like, oh my God, this is the patch that killed Chris or whatever, nuke archetype, whatever the case. I forgot, I don't really remember too much, but they were just saying I wasn't going to be good anymore, and I was still really really good because not only could everybody else not be able to speed boost, but everybody else didn't even really learn to play defense in general because they couldn't guard speed boosting. But I was one of those dudes that knew speed boosting really well, so I could guard speed boosting. So now that you can't speed boost, it's just that much easier to guard you. So I was better on defense, and I still had moves on offense. It took me a little while to get in offensively, but I just had a couple like moves like spins, little behind the backs that would get me by my man, and I was just as good compared to everybody else without speed boosting.
And,
And that's what got me so like that's what at least made me like 2K a lot is because after patches I let's say I shined after patches, but I feel like 2K17 and 2K18 you just get worse after patches. And even though 2K16 you were technically supposed to be worse, when it made everybody else at the same skill level in terms of animations, I just I had a bigger advantage, put it that way. Because everybody that speed boosted after that patch, they were shit. They would try to do that guard one or the Kobe escape that would get them nowhere. I know you know what I'm talking about, Nathaniel.
yes.
All niggas had was guard one and Kobe escape. And after the patch, they still kept the same animations, but they would go nowhere. So I went on YouTube, I looked up like I would just look up I would look up dribble I looked up mixtapes actually. Like my player mixtapes after that patch or whatever the case may be of niggas doing moves like oh certain spin moves, certain hesitation combos or whatever the case was. And I would look at them and let's say I liked a certain move from this guy. I would go back to his old videos and I would look at his my player build. I would see what his signature styles was, and I would get that move. And like I said, when you would spawn into your my court, I would just practice those moves in 2K16. I spent so much
Boy,
time on 2K16, man.
see, see, the day, the day something happens where I see that Brennan is clearly better than me, that'll be the day where I go back in the gym.
Hmm.
I'm not joking. I've been slowly but steadily analyzing his game because he is very, very, very. In my eyes, he's very close to being better than me. And the day I realize that he passes me, that'll be the day where it's time to work harder. That's the goal. The goal of every 2K year is to be the best player. That's my goal every year. Truthfully, I already feel like I'm the best defender and the best rebounder. I feel like I'm the second best scorer in IQ, and I feel like I'm the second best passer. I have the potential to be the best scorer. Unfortunately, this is something I have to live with. I'll never be the best passer. I don't think I'll ever obtain the same passing abilities that Brendan will have. I've tried. I really have, but I don't think I'll ever get that good. He'll always have passing over me.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not gonna let that stop me. The day I realize that he has surpassed me and everything, that'll be the day where it's time. I've always done that. Anytime, even on 2K15, it was a couple of dudes. I think it was a total of 3 dudes in my entire 2K career where I thought, okay, they're pretty close to being as good as me. All that made me do was practice even harder and make sure that the gap was even bigger. That's my goal every year. Be the best 2K player. I want to get the biggest challenge and conquer it. If there's even a bigger challenge, best believe I want to take that challenge.
Yeah. I think I just have to play 2K18 as much as I did in 2K16. But I feel like then again, I
Shoot.
still won't be as good because 2K16, I came into 2K16 and I started off really well, and I just got better from there. But 2K18, it's like a downhill start, and then I have to climb my way up. And I feel like a lot of because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not as good of a playmaker as I should be, and I feel like a lot of that has to do with how I control my guy. Like 2K16, I could flick the joystick and I'll do moves, but while I'm doing that, I'm looking ahead because I know what moves I'm doing and I know what the outcome is going to be because I've done it so many times. But with 2K18,
90% of the time, even when I'm looking at my guy and I do a move, he doesn't even do the move I want. So whenever I am dribbling a certain way, I'm not even looking ahead of me. It's like looking down when you dribble, like in real life.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? That's
yeah.
just 2K18. And that was a little bit of 2K17, but I kind of got used to it because it wasn't as big of an adjustment. But 2K16, like remember when I was with you and I was doing all these moves and I was like it was like so quick and I did everything I wanted it to.
Hmm.
And I haven't played 2K16 in months. So when I was on that every day, especially in the summer and all that, and I literally mastered the mechanics of 2K16, I was able to do so much more, not even just with like passing ability alone, just simply my guy doing what I told him to do. That made my job so much easier in everything else. Made my job easier in passing, made my job easier in when to shoot, where I could do a move and I would know to shoot right after because my man would be a certain way and the defender would be a different way, and I knew that that was going to be an open shot. So like I had go-to moves that worked 100% of the time in 2K16 because there would be a point where you as a defender you can't stop it. Simple as that.
Man, I
Even
don't
after
know.
speed boosting. That was 2K16 for me. That just made it so much easier. That's why I will say I don't think anybody was better than me in 2K16. I really don't. Just 2K16. 2K18, I'll see a better player, but that's
2K13.
because he does. What about 2K13?
2, 2K13 was my very first online 2K. And
2K
2K13.
2K14 was my first.
2K13 was my first online 2K. I had Xbox 360. I played completely different than I play now. Like completely different. I had I had a bunch of players, but my real player was my point guard. All I wanted to
Hmm.
do was dribble and dunk. That's it. That's all I cared
Yeah.
about. I didn't want to pass. I didn't want to shoot. Nothing. Dribble and dunk. I've went from dribbling to dunking to what I am now. And what's crazy is every single year I progress so much. I just think that's amazing. Like Brendan as my witness, I was ass at the beginning of 2K17. I was so bad. I was so piss poor at defense. Oh my god. I just progressed so much each year. On top of that, my knowledge for 2K has is is far beyond most. Because I mean, 2K13, I think I've played maybe 2,000 games, right?
Damn.
2K14, I played 3,000 games. 2K15, I played 5,000 games. 2K17, I played 5,000 games. So like that's what? That's 10,000. That's 13,000. So we're looking at 15. Whoa, 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 whoa! I forgot to get. So we're looking at around 15,000, maybe 16,000 of part games alone from me. And I
Well, yeah.
analyzed and I analyzed 2K at its fullest. Like I'm good at defense because I analyze the game so well because I want to be better at the game. I choose to want to be the best at the game. So I analyze it to a T. That means I analyze certain animations. Like if somebody uses a certain dribble move, I know how fast dribbles will be, and I'll know what dribble move can come afterwards, and I'll adjust my defense to it. Not too many people can say that. People are good at defense. I'm good at defense because of totally advanced shit. I know certain crossovers that can't mix with other crossovers. I know how fast he is with that crossover, so he can't go this way. Like I literally know certain speeds with certain animations. I know the direction towards certain animations, so I can
Well,
literally
that just
adjust to
comes
that
in
shit.
playing.
Yeah, that comes with experience, and certain niggas that don't have that, so I can adjust to that shit. And truthfully, it feels like I feel like I'm at that point where I know I'm good enough to not say it anymore and not care. That's why I can care less whether I have points or not. I can care less why I'm the star, the bum. I can care less now. I know what I can do. If I wanted to, I can be that nigga. So it doesn't matter to me no more. Y'all can have all the shots I want. If it's gonna let us win, do it. You want me to shoot? I'll shoot it. Want me to get this rebound? Don't want me to get this rebound? Fuck it. Want me to get zero stats across? You want me to get zero across my stats every game? Fine. I already know
Hmm.
what I am. Until I've put on my glasses and see that Brandon is better than me, I I'm just fine where I am.
Damn. You know what's crazy too? My first like actual 2K, like I had up to 2K11, 12, and all that, but I just played like my career, play now, and all that stuff. I never played online because I never knew anybody else that liked
Uh,
2K the way I like 2K.
well,
The first 2K that I played online, like with people with, and this was on PS3, was 2K14 with Mateen and Will. And I was the only player out of them, out of everyone that I knew, that hit Hall of Fame on 2K14. I had like 1,000 games played, which isn't even that much. But like Mateen wasn't even Hall of Fame, Will was like All-Star, all that stuff. But I wouldn't say I was the best at 2K14, even
boy,
though I played it the most,
I was I
even
was
though
I was pretty cold at the end of 2K13. I don't think I was the best, but I got
no
to the
2K14.
yeah.
14.
Well, 2K14, I was that nigga. Nah, I can for sure say I was the best at that. That I have
See,
witnesses.
I never played next gen 2K14. I would have wanted to, but I never
2K4,
did.
2K14, I was just some loudmouth, annoying ass kid, and I was talking so much shit because I could back it up. I wanted to play against the best of the best. Anytime a nigga start talking shit, I said, "What bet? I'm getting on that spot and I'm about to drop you the fuck off," and that's what I did.
Hmm.
I would go in game chat and talk the most shit. I want them to get mad so they can say some dumb shit and I drop them off. I remember
You see,
I remember it was, oh, you don't know who Daniel is. Uh, he's sort of a part of our group.
I remember the name. Sounds familiar.
He pissed me off one day. He started talking that mad shit. Then he started saying some shit like he was better than me. Chris, when I promise you this is the most accurate shit I could tell you. For the rest of the 2K year, I said, I'm looking for you and you only. Anytime I heard Daniel's name at the park, I joined his park and I'm hunting him down. He was running away from me. There was on a win streak. He got off the court and left the park because I joined. I didn't care. I was going for his head and his head only. I was hunting niggas down in 2K14.
The thing with me in 2K14, I could drop 16 points on you if I wanted to, but for some reason, I just couldn't win the game. I don't know what it was. It was too long for me to remember, but scoring was so easy. I could easily, like Nathaniel, if we were to play, let's say you were like, oh, bet 10, like I could drop 21 if I wanted to, but it would be 21-21, and some shit would happen, and I would lose the game.
I didn't. I
Not that
didn't.
I consistently lost, but I just wasn't a consistent winner on 2K14,
I didn't
which was
develop
a problem.
I didn't develop rebounding, passing, and defense until 2K15. But on 2K14 and 13, I was trash at defense, trash at rebounding, had no vision. All I was a dribbling scorer on 2K13 and 14.
Hmm.
15 is when I first met Avengers. Honestly, he was the reason why I became a passer because he was such a good and dominant scorer. It was like,
Hmm.
I mean, it was I could not find him open. So ever since 2K15, I've noticed that passing made my game better, and that was the goal. So I became a really good passer in 2K15. Then I made my center, and that got me into rebounding. So that's where them two came in. Then 2K, yeah, it was still 2K15. Maul, you know Maul. Maul
Yeah.
is probably the best defender out of all of us. Like throughout 2K, he was known as his elite defensive abilities. After 2K15, I'm hearing stuff about his defense and this and that. The goal was to be the best. So that made me try to be the best defender. So really, 2K15 made me the better player.
Yeah, I developed like a 2K skill, like I said, in 2K16. Like, honestly, I could say I had no weaknesses in 2K16. I rarely had more than 8 points scored on me. And the only time there was is if literally that whole team or literally that point guard wasn't passing. He was taking every shot. And if he ever scored in double digits, he shot a horrible percentage. Or to be honest, I was just too tired and I wasn't trying. But if I tried, Like when we would go on those win streaks,
Yeah.
I felt like I was just the best. Like I really for a point guard for a 6'3" outside point guard for what I was able to do, I felt like I had no weaknesses. I could clamp up whoever I needed to when I needed to. I could score when I needed to. And when it got to a point that I was scoring too much, I could pass easily, easily, because by the time I did a step back, like like when I said when you do those moves that are just unguardable that I know I'm gonna
Yeah.
get a shot out of, people would just instinctively help because they knew I was gonna get that shot. Will's wide open for a three. Mateen's open for a dunk. Like 2K16 was just so smooth because I could control my guy 100%. And when you can do that, that with combined with a good IQ, that just makes for a smooth game. Which I really don't know why 2K took that out. I mean, I get what they were saying. Like 2K16 was a bit arcadey, kind of like
Wait,
2K15 in
took what
terms of
up?
dribbling. Took out like the responsiveness and like the control over
Oh.
your guy. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Because I find a lack of that, at least with dribbling and like right joystick movements. That's just my problem with these features. I know they want to be more realistic and like dribbling's a little bit slower so it looks more like real life movement and all that, but
yeah.
I don't know. In
Took
terms of like, hmm,
I I truthfully 2K17 was probably my biggest accomplishment. I mean, I could say 2K4. Well, I don't know. I've had some crazy things happen to me. 2K, you know, demigods were on 2K13, right? That was like the first. Well, no, that was the first. I heard some demigods on 2K11. There were demigods on 2K13. You could make a 7'2" my player, point guard or whatever, and you could have a 99 rating of everything, 99 three block, all that shit. Tell me why I had my point guard. Remember, all I wasn't even a good shooter. I was shit at shooting. All I want to do is dribble and dunk. I had 260 overall centers on my team versus three demigods. I beat them. I thought
hmm,
I was that nigga when I beat them. Oh my god. Then 2K14, I truly felt I swear to God, I put that on my life. I truly felt like I couldn't have been stopped. Like I literally did nothing but get the ball and shoot fadeaway threes. I mean shoot fadeaway half quarters. Like
hmm,
Daniel, he was my friend before we before we started beefing. He was my nigga. He said that he thought I hacked in a non-joking manner. He really thought that I was like a goddamn hacker or something. Cause I literally got the ball and launched it from half court. Two niggas' faces just net. I truly felt like I could not have been stopped. Then in 2K15, yeah, yeah.
hmm.
I had a little shooting guard and I used to just dunk on niggas. Yeah. 2K16 ass. I was just fucking uh
You just had a bad experience with 2K16. At least 2K16
2K16 I was a used toilet paper. And 2K17 was probably my biggest accomplishment. Only because I feel like I've conquered one of the things one of the hardest things of 2K17 and that was defense. 2K17 had the most cheese and pretty one of the most overpowered cheese, and that was the dribbling. And I've gotten to the point where I mastered that shit. I was like, man, this nigga is not going anywhere. I woke up one day and started playing Parkway, I think Mall and Pimp, and I just realized this nigga's just not going anywhere. Like I knew where he was going and how fast he was going. Like he just wasn't going anywhere. And I was just clamping niggas up. Like like there was just I don't know. I woke up one day and just realized I was just that nigga on defense. And I truthfully to the heart, I feel like I accomplished something. There's not too many niggas that could defend that bullshit on 2K17, and I pretty much mastered that shit. I was like, God damn,
You
niggas
know
want
what's
to
crazy?
what?
Okay, so I think 2K16 was the best. Mateen thinks 2K16 is the best. I don't know what Will thinks, but Will was definitely really good in 2K16. And the transition from 16 to 17 was such a big transition that I didn't want to play it. Mateen didn't want to play it. Will rarely played it, but he played Pro Am with you guys a lot. But it was crazy because I love 2K, And 2K7, and I was just getting into 2K16. Like I just had a PS4. I
17
got
was
into
it makes sense. 17 was bad. And my team was cheesy as fuck as 2K16. The cheese on 2K16 and cheese on 2K17 were different. I mean that's a big reason why niggas don't transfer over. There's a lot of niggas that didn't fuck with 2K16 because it wasn't as cheesy as 2K15 because it wasn't.
exactly. That was my
2K15
problem.
had go ahead.
I couldn't transfer over from 2K16 and on. That's my problem. That is my current
Two,
problem. I cannot transfer
2K15
over.
had demigods. The left right cheese on 2K15 was just ugh. Them Nick, you were guarding some 7'2" point guards with the lightning dribble moves, and they can shoot in your face all net, like all net, Chris. Like it was just nothing to them. And that was when the basketball used to light up like it was on fire. So when they're dribbling, the basketball's on fire. They pull up from the logo in your face, basketball's on fire, net. And that was when the rim was dumb small.
Hmm.
That was ridiculous. And niggas play 2K16 when you was a lot slower, when you couldn't do that shit. So it was like, man, 2K16, this is garbage. They couldn't transfer over. So that's why niggas used to play 2K15 a lot more. That's with every 2K. There's still niggas on 2K17 because they can't transfer over to 2K18.
That's a real good point though. I can't transfer over because my problem is not the cheese because there wasn't really the way I played. I wasn't hop stepping. I wasn't doing like all that extra like.
Yeah,
Remember like that mascot we played against the other
yeah.
day? Like I wasn't doing any shit like that. I was just doing simple moves that just worked every time. But the problem was is like I said like that responsiveness. I got so used to that and it just worked so well for me that I can't transfer over.
I feel like it's just another challenge that I have to overcome. Every single 2K, when I feel like the game play is completely different, that means I gotta learn how to be the best on this game. Completely different, start from
And
scratch.
the thing, Nathaniel, is that you are able to devote so much time into 2K. Like you have
True.
an
Now,
average of 5,000 games each
well,
2K.
hold on. To be fair, when people say that I know Life 2K, I mean they're sort of right now because I was homeschooled and I stay home now. On 2K14 and 2K15, I had places to be. I had school. I had shit to do. And I still managed to be that nigga. And I had enough time to play certain games. It just so happens I had more tolerance. I have more tolerance that if I get dropped off or if the game pisses me off, I'll get back on the court. Other niggas, they say, "Oh, I don't have time to do this and that." Nah, you just don't want to keep getting back on the court because you feel like you're gonna get the same results. I, on the other hand, I didn't have to play all 5,000 games on 2K15. I could have went outside. I could have went to my homeboy's house. I could have went other places. I just chose to get back on the court and play it a few more times. That's really it.
Mhm. I feel you. Yeah, for me, 15, two or no, 2,000 games on 2K16 was a shitload. That was a lot for me because I was in school. I had stuff to do. Now I have a job and all that. You know what I mean? So I can't put as much time. So I can't match the effort I put in 2K16 with any other game, really. So I think it's gonna be hard for me to like start all over with the new
Yeah.
2K. Like, I thought I was gonna be able to do that with 2K18, but it's like not even like put the responsiveness or whatever those 2K16 problems aside are.
See,
2K18 is just a broken game.
see, 2K14 on the PS4, the mechanics were no different than the PS3. So
Okay,
so you had 2K14 on what the PS3 or 360.
PS3.
Yeah, see, if you had played it on the PS4, the mechanics and everything were the exact same. They used the exact same engine and gameplay and all that. They changed the graphics, but
Hmm.
the animations and the mechanics there was all the exact same. So that's why people just jumped on that so much easy because it was the same. It was the same game. Now 2K15 was when they changed it up a little bit. And it was still sort of the same, but it wasn't. So people gel with it a little bit better. But then 2K16, that's when they really kind of broke off. It had little bits and pieces of the same, but that's when they kind of broke off. And then of course 2K17 they completely like just cut off. Like you're pretty much playing a completely different game. And now here we are
And
2K18.
the problem with going from 2K16 to 17 and on, 2K16 was never a bad game in terms of defense, dribbling, and all that. They just had little cheesy things that you needed to fix. Like they fixed speed boosting, they needed to fix hop steps, they needed to fix certain combos. Like for example, that mascot was a perfect example. How he would do a spin move and then a
On
behind the
top
back
of that, they needed to make a they just it was just unfair how point guards and centers were like that was the best you was gonna get. If you made a small forward, if you were good, you were a point guard was gonna be better than you or a center. One of them is gonna be better
Honestly,
than you.
but that also had to do with the inside-outside balance. Um,
They had to do. They broke small forwards because of 2K15. Because 2K15 they were 7 foot small forwards, and that's all people had. It was almost like having a demigod. They were 7 foot. They can have a 95 anything. That 2K15 was pretty bad when it came to attributes because if you made a small forward, if you max out your jump shooting, inside scoring, defense, if you max out everything else except rebounding, you could have 95 everything. 95 3, 95 dunk, 95 block. Like everything will be at a 95, but your rebounding will be like low. So if you made a
which
point
wasn't a
guard,
big deal.
yeah, if you made a point guard, everything will be at a 95 except your defense and shooting. So you'll literally just be a weaker small forward. That was the problem. So everybody just made small forwards on 2K15. So niggas were complaining this and that. So that's why they broke the fuck out of small forwards on 2K16. They were slow as shit. They could do nothing but in scoring the paint and defense.
Hmm. Which is weird though because Will's small forward was still really good. But then again, that was like with good passes and dimer and all that. But
Good
like Will's
passes and
outside,
dimer.
like in terms of shooting, because you said all I can do is really score inside and
Yeah,
defense, which he was really good at defense and he was really good at scoring inside. But like whenever he played with me at least, he always wanted to bring his small forward because he could do three things instead of two, like you said. Which, like you said, unless you're a point guard or a center, you can only really do a couple things. But
that's
Will was
really
able
what
to
it.
do more
I saw so
with his
many
small
shooting. I didn't see that many shooting guards, and the only time I saw some, they were inside scores, and they were actually pretty good. But if you made a balanced shooting
Will's
guard, you
outside.
but
Hmm? Will's outside shooting guard was crazy. I'm
that
not gonna
nigga.
lie, Will took
I
dumber
mean, but
shots, but that nigga could shoot.
but see, here's the thing though. Again, like there's so much shit that I can't really get too many people credited for. Like, in all honesty,
Yeah, because it didn't take
Trick,
skill. It did
Chris,
not.
look at the chat. Okay, Chris, Avengers wants you to look at the live chat. They've been messaging for a while, so you might have to scroll up a little bit and read a lot. But I don't know what
Thank God
specifically he
Chris is
wants you to. I don't know what specifically he
looking.
wants you to look at. But what was I about to say? What was I saying? I said inside scoring, shooting guards were good. Oh, we were talking about Will. I mean, as watered down as this sounds, bro, if I were to say, you know what, fuck it, let me just go ahead and do how other niggas do, I could literally be a god. I can prove that tomorrow. If I go ahead and get Aldrich and Quick for my shot creator and get, I don't know, shoot up the dribble, no more 13, you will never, ever see me miss. If I go and learn some cheesy dribble moves, you will literally think I am just a god. What AT said, focus on that autistic. Oh, like
This dude said Chris.
Will
Oh,
could.
who's who's
He
AF
said
is he
he.
approving?
Oh.
Okay, that's 18. Chris, to be honest, you are a trash passer. He just said, this
Ah,
is honest criticism. That boy AT is a savage. Da, da, da. Thank God Chris isn't looking at the chat. LMAO, nothing personal. LMAO, they aren't paying attention to us anyways. Tell him to look. Can't Avengers ain't online to tell him. I want to talk about his passing. It needs to be addressed before it's too late. He is a good player. Shit, AT, say whatever you want. To be honest, none personal. I'm looking at the chat now. if that's what you wanted.
William had LaMarcus Aldridge on quick. He had a jump shot before that. That shit was
I'm
broken.
not gonna lie, 18. I'm not a great passer on 2K18, even though I try to be. I want to be a better passer, but like I said, with the mechanics and how well I can control my guy, whenever I try to dribble to get by my guy and all that, and specifically, I have to look at my guy to see what he's doing to make sure I can get by my guy, and then after that, I'm looking to pass. So by that time, I might have already missed people, I might not see people, whatever the case may be. But a lot of it has to do with me not being used to 2K and me not, it's simple as that. But I'll admit I'm not that I wouldn't say I'm not a good passer. I think I'm a pretty good passer. I'm just not a great passer. I could be a better passer, but I'm not a bad passer. Put it that way. He said good player, but not appreciated it, AT.
Well,
Appreciate it.
I don't. I just don't see how anyone can call himself a good shooter if you have a shot that enhances your shooting.
Oh
I,
yeah, no, yeah, Will had cheesy ass stuff. That's why he was so good.
I mean,
He's a great
that's really
passer.
the bottom line. If you have a shot that is going to make you a good shooter, you can't call yourself a good shooter.
He said
I,
you drive to the right always. Do I? Well, thank you for letting me know, because I don't notice that. But shit, if I drive to the right always, I'll drive to the left more. Who knows? Well, to be honest,
you don't.
AT,
AT's only
I
played
don't.
like 2 games with you, and you don't always drive to the right.
Okay, good.
Generally, you either drive. Usually, you stay at the top of the three and you operate there. And whatever the defense gives you, that's where you go. You don't really have a subtle place where you go. William, on the other hand, what I've noticed, William generally operates from the left side of the court. Like really, he operates from the left corner and the left
Yeah, he
wing.
always goes baseline.
Yeah, I mean, but just left period, just like the left wing, just anywhere on the left, he seems to go there the most. I've noticed
Hmm.
that.
There you go, AT. You've just been proven wrong. But I mean, hey, if you have anything else you want to tell me now. Again, I don't take anything personal. It's just a video game. Even though it does get very intense.
Hmm.
At the end of the day, I'm not gonna
I
cry and whine
don't know.
over what
Shit's
happened.
crazy, bro.
Shit is crazy. He drives to the rim and passes to closed out Avengers. Damn, that does happen a lot. But AT, if you've played with me long enough, you'll know that I'll miss the dumbest bullshit. I'll have a wide. This even happened earlier today. I stole the ball. I had a wide open fast break. I went for an open layup. When I threw up the layup, the defender was at the free throw line, and it just hit the back of the rim, and I just missed. And I got good shot selection. Like the inside scoring, at least on my guy, is so broken and is so unreliable that I can't drive to the basket and if I have an open lane, be confident that I can take that shot. So when that's the case, I don't even look to take that shot. Because if I can't consistently make that shot, then I'm not going to take it because I want a shot that can consistently be made. For example, if Avengers is open, or if Will is open, or Nathaniel's open, or whatever the case may be. But it's hard to predict when people are going to be open and what the defense is going to do, especially when they start to realize that I'm not taking shots when I drive to the basket. That's what I have to say on that. I admit I don't take a lot of shots when I drive to the rim. I do drive and pass out. The reason why, because layups in this game are broken. If I had like some type of slasher, be a whole different story. Forget about it was for the guys. Hmm? Do you know what he's saying, Nathan?
Mm-mm.
Forget about it was for the guy. I mean, I don't know. Oh, maybe is he talking to them and not me? I don't know. But I mean, that's what I have to say about that. If you have anything else to tell me, feel free. Where is AT from? They are laughing their ass off. I think I'm more mad because I understand it. Oh, don't worry about it, Chris.
I mean, why are you gonna complain about my game and not tell me? Like, that's what I don't get, and that's why I get mad when people talk behind my back. If you have a problem with me, talking behind my back isn't gonna make me better at it. For example, when you say, "Oh, I drive to the right all the time," let's say that was true, and Nathaniel's like, "Yeah, Chris, you do have the tendency to drive to the right." If you don't tell me, then I'm gonna keep driving to the right, and I'm not gonna change unless somebody tells me. So I don't get it. Well, if you guys have a problem with me, just tell me. I don't take it personal. I want to get better. I want to win just like you do. So just tell me. I don't know. But, whatever. And then and if you didn't want me to hear it, how are you going to expect to talk in the chat that I'm in and then complain when I address it? If you want, you can just wait till I'm offline, and then once you join my party, you can say whatever you want. But, like, I'm in this chat with you. Your ego can't be quenched. Nathaniel, we need more of these. But I want Avengers in here. I'd want Pimp in here. Maybe Will in here. And we just simply like roast each other on shit we don't like. Oh, AT joined. Hello, AT. AT, if you don't mind me asking, where are you from? From where? Where the hell is that? Oh, that's nice. Well, anyway, welcome. Avengers, you need to get on this. I don't know why you're stuck in the chat when you could be talking, and then Brendan will just comment on what we say.
So what I was saying,
Hold on. Before you start, where did Nathaniel go?
I'm here.
he's
Okay.
here. I
Okay,
haven't played. I played 3 games with you, but what I noticed, you tend to drive to the right a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And other plays, you drive to the rim, and you just pass to the Avengers. You do this a lot.
Right. But let me
That's
explain
it.
my reason. One, I
Brendan,
already
please go check
explained
your
why I
kick.
passed out. Okay, AT1, I already explained. Did you hear me when I explained that whole thing?
Yeah. Explain.
I'll be back.
And
I'm going
number
to the
two, the
bathroom.
whole reason why I pass it to Avengers is because I know that the first person that's going to help on the drive is the center. And knowing that Avengers is a shooting center just works out for me to pass it to him. Obviously, it doesn't happen all the time, but that's just my go-to thing. And I've gotten so used to it that I'll pass it to him regardless of whether the center helps or not, because most of the times, and all but like almost every time that you haven't played with us, that's been the case. And that's why I really like playing with Avengers, because that always works. Because I can hide my weakness in a way with passing to Avengers. Because the center will always help, and Avengers is always wide open. Because when the center thinks that I drive to the basket, I'm going to score when I can't. So the center is going to help, and Avengers is always open. And that's honestly a, like a really good perk of having a shooting center, is because
No,
you have an
that
inside center.
that will work. Like that will work when it's man-to-man
There you
defense.
go,
But when they're
Avengers.
playing zone, that offense will not work at all.
Well, again, it's even harder to score inside with the zone, especially if you're driving on a
What?
zone.
Yeah.
Then
That's what
the
I'm talking.
zone
That's
is
what.
passing. So you can't really drive and score on a zone. It's just not work. The whole point of the zone is to
I'm back.
prevent inside scoring and
promote outside shooting, like a 2-3 zone.
I'm here.
Whatever the case is.
Yeah, if they're playing a
You
zone,
still in this party, Avengers?
they just
He just joined. What's up, Avengers? Welcome, welcome. So yeah, that and when JJ's not on the team, Avengers is the most reliable.
Hey, T, you the funniest nigga alive. Oh, shit. Y'all niggas are talking. You should have really followed the chat. Boy, this nigga 18 something else, boy.
What else is that?
No, it's not about you. It was just like we were just roasting that nigga because he was switching accounts.
Okay, it was him switching accounts.
Oh,
Okay. Okay, but AT, what else do you have to say
can
about
can Brandon
past?
hear me right now? Can he
Yes.
Yes,
hear
he
me?
can. Yes, he
yeah,
can
you
hear
can
you.
hear you.
AT, an English major.
Why you interfere between two guys talking?
What else do you want to comment about my passing? Tell me now.
Hmm?
What
Comment
else
about
do you
his
want to
entire
comment?
game, not just his passing.
There you go. Comment on my entire game.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
mean, we
No,
into
haven't
I
played a
just
lot of
I
games
I
together,
just had
but
a problem with
just
that. Like on
That's it.
zone. Yeah, that's it. But other than that,
okay. Okay. So if I drive on a zone, what do you want me to do from there? What do you think will work best after I get by my man in a zone and Avengers is covered?
but you should have put someone in the free throw, and someone who's in the paint is gonna close out the guys in the free throw, and the guys in the
So you can just
corner.
have someone in
Did
the
you
mid
tell them
range.
to cut? There's no one
That
in the paint, so they're gonna score like that.
that's true. That did actually work with when Mateen played in the when Mateen played the mid range. Remember that, Nathaniel?
Mm-hmm.
That did work. So that could work, but I mean it depends on where I am because if I drive from the middle, then it doesn't make sense for somebody to be
Or
in
you
the
just could,
middle because then I'm gonna run into it. I mean it just
Mm-hmm.
depends, but sure we
or
could
you
put
just
some.
could run pick and roll with a big man,
But see,
and you could
Avengers
just
doesn't
go
like
to the
running
free
pick
throw
and
and shoot
rolls.
yourself, like something like that. But I just played 3 games with you. I don't know.
But they don't. They're often they don't. They like fast offense. They don't like slow pick and rolls and all that. I mean, did you guys run pick and rolls with Brendan, Nathaniel?
No,
Only
barely.
when I was on the court, and that's literal. Cause we only ran pick and rolls when when we ain't getting nothing out of
We
the
ran
offense.
we ran pick and rolls
With Brandon,
in
we
collect
kind of play like
situations
fast-paced
sometimes.
offense.
Hmm.
I got a couple of game winners off of pick and rolls.
Oh, so it was
And
like a go-to type thing, but it wasn't like your offense.
It wasn't a go to
yeah,
anything.
some
It was a all else.
yeah,
It was the
crunch time.
yeah. It was in the
It was like a
last.
it was
It
like
was
a
in your back
go-to
pocket.
move for a bucket.
It was
Yeah, it
yes.
was
It was in your back pocket at the end. Fourth quarter maybe or the third quarter when you're not getting enough shots up. You got that in your back pocket.
Yeah, and
we
I don't know. Like when you guys play, who's like more like a vocal, like a leader or something?
Like
We
a
When
don't.
you guys
leader?
play,
I mean,
yeah, like
we don't have a
We don't
leader.
have a
someone,
leader.
yeah,
If
someone needs to make adjustments on the
the
fly. Like
most vocal nigga that talks is been me so far.
I
yeah,
mean,
then
Yeah,
that's
I love when Avengers talks, to be honest.
here's the thing though.
This is just yelling.
I mean,
Avengers.
we
That
don't
was one of the
really.
funniest
We,
pro-am games I've ever been through when you played that center.
what the hell just
That was
happened?
so Nathaniel, I wish you streamed that because I would watch that game nonstop.
Nah.
Dog, I
Oh,
even heard Avengers get up and drop his controller. Like I heard that from his mic in the middle of our game. This
yeah.
nigga had it with 2K. Like had it.
bro,
I
nah.
hope you don't take
I
this
just, I
personal or
just don't,
anything.
I just don't
I
like
just
when
want you
2K
to let
fucks
you
with
AT,
me.
know.
I won't take anything personal. It's a video
All
game.
right. Okay.
At the end of the day, I'm not gonna get offended over my virtual my player in a basketball video game.
I'm
Put
gonna
it
talk
that
about the Avengers center.
way. Oh, he put me on the spot.
Oh,
Talk about
AT.
that
Before
garbage center
before you
right
talk
now.
about
No.
me,
Avengers center
before
is the
no no
best.
no no
It's
no
the
before
best
you
center
talk
I ever
about me,
played.
AT, you better bring Brendan in here too because we both got. Oh, I wasn't the only one.
Avengers rage fuels me.
I have
Brendan,
nothing
I
bad to
got
say
you. I
to
got you,
Avengers
Brendan. Hold
center,
on.
bruh.
Brendan, I'm not even gonna lie. His rage got me so hyped up.
Wait, AT,
Guys,
you said
guys,
you have
guys, I'm
nothing
not
bad.
gonna.
You have nothing bad to say about Avengers Center.
Yeah, I've
Have
got
you ever played
bad
with
things
his
to say
center?
about Avengers, but not about his center.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're talking about 2K, so we need to talk about a center.
His
Mm-hmm.
center is great, but the guy who has the joystick in his hand, I have had.
But the guy who has the joystick in his hands, that guy right
Yes.
there, he is some smelly buns. That boy, that
Uh,
center is a god. But whoever that nigga is controlling the sticks, he needs to go kill himself.
And shot
uh,
attempts add scars to my wrist. Bruh. Okay, real talk, Nathaniel.
Huh?
What if on Brendan's team I replaced Pimp's role?
Oh,
How would that work out?
you don't want to replace Pimp's role. First
Well,
of all, hold on.
no.
Honestly,
Well,
when
not like
Pimp
I take
plays,
a spot,
when
but like
Pimp,
if, for example, like if I'm on your team, you treat me as if I was Pimp. If we ever play together.
oh, I'm sorry, we can never do that. No, look,
Why
okay, yeah, see, no one could never be Pimp. Pimp might take some dumb shots.
no.
He might brick hard as shit. But if I treat you like Pimp, you won't be as successful as Pimp.
No. The
Pimp is the
point is
best at
in like
doing what he
you.
does.
No. Not as in like I'm taking over. I'm saying like he's a shot creator. I'm a shot creator. If he takes some
Yeah.
dumb shots, I won't take as dumb shots. That's my point. Like
mm.
I'll get similar amount of shot attempts, but I'll take more efficient shots. That's
So
my
you want
point.
the same amount of touches and ISO ball as him? That
Not
it?
like I'm just saying like if I played with you guys treated me pretty similar to Pimp in that way, as in like, I'm a shot creator and I can score like that.
Well, I mean, when Pimp plays with Brendan, Pimp runs the one. Brendan runs the two. So
Yeah.
Really?
yeah, I mean,
How
cause
does that work out?
Pimp is much shorter than Brendan. Pimp is like 6'1", Brendan 6'6", and plus
But who brings up the ball and all that? Brendan
Pimp.
6'6". Damn.
Yeah, Pimp brings up the ball. Because I mean, there's certain moments when it comes to them two being on the same team, he plays better when he brings up the ball, when he's the ball initiator.
Hmm.
Mm.
Oh. Well, I mean, we'll see. I mean, I was just talking about in that sense. Like you said, yeah, Pimp, like you love Pimp and all, but he takes some dumb shots sometimes, all that. Like, I feel
And
like I could replace that spot, but
that
at the
nigga
same time,
Pimp
take better
is the
shots or
best
whatever.
at what that nigga does, and that's why that nigga's on the team. That nigga will go up on two niggas, and we'll get up
And
and be
you'd
like,
be like,
"What the
how did
fuck?"
I miss?
No, he'll go up on two centers. We'll be like, "What the fuck?" We can't even say the word "fuck" yet, and he'll already go in. Like that's why that nigga's on the team. That nigga Phil. We'd be like, man, what? He'll shoot from damn near the logo. We'd be like, we didn't need a three splash. Give me the ball, nigga. Give me the ball.
Childish yatta, y'all running for. Oh, AT.
What?
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. There's
You
another.
got three? You got three accounts now?
What?
Oh.
I didn't hear you. What?
Oh, now he gonna act like he can't hear us.
No. I was
No,
playing a
no
game.
problem. Right,
Hmm.
you're playing the game.
Head
Word.
Say,
ass.
say it again, Avengers. I'm no, I'm not joking.
It's
What?
two in the
Avengers? AT
morning.
what?
Why you on the? Why you messaging? Y'all running part on the live chat.
Bro, that's not me. What?
Bruh, that is not me.
That's not me.
AT,
Don't make me get
Mm,
Brendan on
all
this.
the
That
sign
nigga
says is
arrested.
you.
look,
That nigga Brendan was on your ass from the jump.
that says yo running part. I
look,
don't know.
look what Brendan put. AT over here one up in Drake with the back to back.
What? Hey, who?
Oh,
Spanish Drake
oh,
arguing with Latina Drake, arguing with Cuban Drake, arguing with American Drake.
oh,
I'm
man.
making a new character.
Oh.
Whoop whoop. All right, Chris, did you get everything you needed off your chest? Is there anything else we need to discuss?
It's basically it. Do you have anything else you want to ask me or tell me? Any of you
Nah,
guys?
no. Well, I pretty much said all I needed to say. I mean, it's not much. It's
Avengers,
not much we can
AT.
say about. There's not much we can do about JJ at the moment. It's only so much we can really. You can really do, just until the team gets his internet going, or if AT makes this pure sharp, and when he gets his shit up, then we don't have to run with JJ.
It's
Um,
crazy how all of this started from a JJ rant.
it is crazy how to start from a JJ rant.
I am a
So
little worried though about how this is gonna play out when Brendan comes back. Because then we're gonna lose Avengers and all those people, and then we're not gonna have our team.
I'm
And
not
then,
worried.
well, I'm just worried in the fact on like how the team's gonna work out. Because then it's
I
gonna be a
mean,
whole new thing.
he offered you a spot on his team, so I don't see why you should be worried.
Oh no, no. I get that. I'm saying I'm talking about like a whole new pro-am team thing, and like the team's not gonna play with us, and I don't know about Will, and then we have to
Nah,
play with JJ again.
Yeah, see, yeah,
but
you're
it's you adjusting. You've been playing together already for
Right,
a
that's what
long
I'm saying. I'm
time.
worried about that.
well. Um,
I don't mind
you could,
adjusting, but it's just
uh,
like I'm not really
Brendan
good
will
for it.
just Brendan will just cause he knows certain players on his team might not want to play with each other, or might not gel together with their archetypes. So what he's probably going to do is he's probably going to change up certain lineups depending on who's online to make sure that you and JJ don't play together.
I mean, like I said, I don't mind playing with JJ. If here's the thing, if Brendan can tame JJ, whatever the case may be, so JJ doesn't start whining and all that, at least if I'm taking shots, if I'm supposed to with Brendan playmaking, then I'm fine. But if if JJ's already going to complain that I want a couple more shots or I just want to be looked more on offense the way I am now as a playmaker, then I don't want to play with him. But if Brendan's the playmaker or whatever, and JJ's okay with other
Nah,
people taking bigger
when
scoring
JJ
loads,
plays with Brandon,
Chris,
he
Chris.
don't do that shit.
okay, then
I
I'm perfectly
just
fine with it.
I just need I need to see what's up with Brendan and my slasher. I'm playing my slasher and this nigga.
What were you about to say, AT?
You do realize he
Hmm?
said he's never gonna
We
play
got
2-on-2,
too
right?
sharp.
Do you realize what?
What happened?
The
You do
build is
realize he already said he's never playing 2-on-2 ever again.
I mean,
Who
we don't
said
have
that?
to play 2-on-2, but I think I could persuade him with another 3-week win streak.
Boy, you already know one mishap and he's done, nigga.
That's not gonna happen.
if
My
JJ has like
slasher,
20 shots
Oh,
now, he's
my
oh, it's
still
gonna
gonna.
happen when you face a fucking rebounding athletic finisher and some
no,
cheesy
cause
ass.
the moment we get the ball, all he has to do is break his man down, which he can do, and I have a really good mid range for my slasher. And he just if the center helps, I got the mid range. If he don't help, he
You
has the
must have
layup.
forgot to drop frame rates.
The
That
what?
happens.
The dropped
The
frame rate? Oh
drop
yeah. Well,
that makes his dribbling unresponsive, which it did on 2-on-2.
I don't know if
Do
it
you
still
think
does
that's
that
the
anymore.
problem?
So shit.
Avengers?
Hey, Brandon, remember when last time we played 2-on-2? Wasn't your dribbling hella unresponsive?
I mean, we just went through a few patches, so it could have been changed. We don't know, and it doesn't even matter because it's not like I. If we could play threes, I just want to see on wherever we play. I want to see me and him. I need to see what's good because he seems to
I was getting out dribble. I said
he likes throwing me oops so much. He's been complaining how last year none of my guys can catch oops. This year my slasher can actually catch oops very well and just slam it in traffic. So I really want to see what's good. I don't even have that shit on gold. I don't think I have that on silver yet, and he can catch oops in traffic like it's nothing.
Mm, um,
Avengers. While we're sort of on this topic, do you have anything you want to say about JJ
what
Or
do I
any of
gotta say
us?
about that?
or any of us? Thank you.
Matter
Or
of fact,
or any of us, Avengers.
we've already brought it up. We've already said our thoughts.
I don't got
So,
nothing to say.
Yeah, that's because that's why
bullshit.
I got something to say. You garbage, Avengers. You trash. You are the worst thing I've ever played with. That's why Earn is better
Can't
than
even
you.
do a post spin.
Trash. That came over to doing a post curl.
Uh, I'm telling you, the day I could go make a fucking athletic finisher and fucking get
Here
40
we
points.
go. Here we go. Cause he want to do a two-step down low. Garbage.
Boy, I will literally average 40 points and 20 rebounds.
In my career.
No, in fucking
More like
pro am,
4 and 4.
and I'll take screenshots too.
40 and 20, but take the zeros off.
I'll take fucking screenshots
Take them
because
zeros off.
no,
Yeah.
no.
I'm stopping this. I guess it's time to stop the stream then.
Why?
We're not talking about nothing. We're not doing nothing. Plus, my 2K is frozen. It's been froze like this for like an hour. I
Yeah,
just
that
hang.
might go off if it's 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
All right, well,
All right.